Hello, good evening. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm trying something different with the mic, and all my audio levels are all a bit different, so hopefully it's nice and clear. Who knows? Well, hopefully you do. Right, let's do me, but just more face. Hope you're well. Hello, Pete. Stream hype, yes, something like that. Aren't you supposed to be on holiday? I wouldn't say watching me was much of a holiday, but there we go. Let's see. Right, okay. Should all be running clearly. Normally I do a test beforehand. Probably should have done that. Yep, I can hear myself. That was horrendous. Cool! Mic sounds good. Marvellous. That's what we like to hear. So I'm using the inbuilt headphone one. It should be a fraction louder. And I've got this thing on it so that it tempers my pops and bangs map, my verbal pops and bangs map. So tonight it's going to be a bit of a variety stream. So I haven't really got anything in particular planned in terms of, well, I mean, I'll be dabbling in a few simulators. The intention is to try out the new setup. You may have noticed a slight change from the old G29 that is now on the floor, because I need it in order to use the G29 Shifter until the SH8 Shifter arrives next week. So my room's a mess. It's jury-rigged, but I love it. And I have done a little bit of setup stuff, not a great deal, so there'll probably be a little bit of that dispersed in between bits of this stream. But we are trying out the Fanatec Clubsport wheelbase, the V2.5, with the Fanatec WRC Rim. And this is it. This is my, you know, first high fidelity wheel, I guess would be the way I would use it, because it's obviously not direct drive. It's sort of an in between. It's still a bit belt driven, but it's the first opportunity for me to use something nice. You had a busy day being lazy on the sofa with a good whiskey. I was re-watching the same movie for the 20th time, so this is infinitely better. I don't know if that's infinitely better. Clearly you like the movie if you've watched it 20 times. What was the movie? Of course, we all need to know. Because we've all got movies like that, right? So I remember in 1 year I watched the same movie almost 100 times, and I kept track. And I used to just watch it when I was revising or doing work at school, or homework. And it was the same movie every single time. So we've all got films like that, right? We've all got films like that. Good evening, Lawrence. How are you doing? Oh, nice for you to pop in and say hello. The crack is we've got new shiny toys. And I already feel guilty going bare hand on the what I believe to be Alcantara. So I'm a little bit like, I shouldn't be touching it, but I can't resist myself. Or can't resist it. I can definitely resist myself. So, yeah, I suppose I suppose I'll start off with a little breakdown of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to hop into AC because it's my go-to sim. We're going to drive a few of my favourite cars with the new wheels. So that'll be the Alfa Romeo GTA on some country lanes. We're going to take the Hesketh Formula 1 car from 1975 round Brands Hatch, and then probably dabble in a few other things. Use bare hands, enjoy the equipment. I will. Honestly, it's very plush. I just feel myself just doing this all right, you know. It's hard to not touch it. That's what she said. Jurassic World, what a fantastic film. I really enjoyed the Chris Pratt Jurassic Park sort of series, and another one will be fantastic. The almighty Potato Lord is here. He is. He's dropped in to say hello, and it's greatly appreciated. So, let's make my face smaller. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now you can see what we want to see. Now, the Alpha GTA, I'll just load this up, around LA Canyons is the first stop on the tour, if you like, of me learning a new system, a new wheel, and enjoying the experience. Now, obviously, I've done a tiny bit of stuff to get things set up and get the force feedback settings right, because I haven't just rammed it at 100%. I don't know if my rickety rig could take 100% just yet. Probably needs a fraction more reinforcement. But we are going to drift around, have a bit of a laugh, and see how we fare. So I think I'm at about 65%. I won't be able to stay long though. Loving the content. Oh, I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say. Honestly, like, the community that you provided have been an incredible, like, anchor of support for this I don't want to use the phrase journey, but this stuff on YouTube, you know. So what you've built there has been incredibly a positive influence on what I'm doing. So I really appreciate you enabling that environment and dropping in and saying hi, because you know, Mr. Top of the YouTube food chain. Well, sort of journey. Oh, don't use the phrase journey. Oh, it makes me, even saying it makes me feel cringe. Ugh. Right, this is probably my favourite. Yeah, I know. This is my favourite proper old school car. Oh, how can you not love those sounds? Right, let's go out on LA canyons and let's see how we feel. Oh, there we go. Oh, hello. Hello, Canary Hevel. Hope you're well. And hopefully all the audio balance is right. I think the cars might be a fraction on the loud side. But, oh yes, here we go. Oh, it's so much more responsive than the G29. Like right away I can... Oh, excellent. I knew that. It's all good. This is why we do these tests. Properties, professional streamer. Should totally be working now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So if I go... Oh, well, I don't really want to open up any of those. Ugh, I hate this. No. Streamlabs OBS. Incredibly easy to use. Hey! Let's drag that up there. Nope. Yep. Nope. Oh, for goodness sake. This is where we just spend 5 minutes figuring out what the problem is. It was working in testing. I've already pre-recorded a bunch of stuff. I was literally on here 15 minutes ago making sure it worked. That is the irony of this situation. But that's okay. All part of the journey, you know? All part of the journey. Let's do game capture. Add source. Nope. It should be working. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave this AC instance and open up another one. It's all good. Okay, I'll read through some. Cam's Journey, your next book. Oh man, I would not do that. I would not write a book about my journey. We'll give it another go, shall we? Live troubleshooting is live. Yeah, tell me about it. The joys of software. So, like I say, I was genuinely like, oh, I just want to make sure everything works before I boot up the stream. I don't often check. Maybe it was me checking that sort of bit me in the arse. I have a feeling that's not working. And yet it works here. Okay. Well, interesting. Source. Yeah, tell me about it. Right. Okay, so I don't know which one that's looking at, but it appears to be working in one and not the other. So if I go copy, hey, and we just drop that in there. Well, we're somewhere. You can see the game now. Now I just need to move this to the top. Ha! Nice. It's totally working. There we go. Whoo! Away we go. No lovely face. Well, I'm not going to say I fixed that problem, because I almost certainly haven't. But you should now be able to see everything. I can see everything, which is good news. So, the live troubleshooting session over. Now we can start to really feel the difference. Family first. Have a good evening, and catch you later. Uh-oh. Hashtag Potato Nation for life. And that is the number 4, and live spelled, you know, LYF, obviously. Have a wonderful evening, Lawrence, and thank you for popping in and saying hello. Oh, God. So, there is the source, and it works now. Let's go indeed. So, oh, handbrake. Oh, God. Snappy. Okay, hopefully again all the sounds are working. It should all be fine now. This is a different world to the G29. I'm going to say it right now, and I hate to state the bleeding obvious, but the fidelity is just a different. I'm on a different planet, and it is nothing short of incredibly enjoyable. Just I just want to try my arm at a little bit of forcing the back end out with the handbrake. Oh, come on, kick the back end out. Oh, hello, too much. Whoa. Now, one thing I have realised that I need to learn is how quickly this wheel rotates. You can see in my hands there, it's hard to explain the difference in terms of responsiveness between this and obviously the G29. So, I mean, it just moves so bloody fast. I'm glad that cactus wasn't real. Big congrats. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello. Good evening, everyone. So, like I say, the responsiveness is just really noticeable, and the actual detail is there too. It's obviously slightly stronger in terms of the peak Newton meterage, but that's not everything. I don't think anyway. I think just that kind of communicative layer is more important rather than just raw power. And you can feel every slide. Oh, it's just an absolute joy. And I think for vintage and classic cars, it's that much more noticeable, which is just what I love driving. So, you know, it's a worthwhile investment for my enjoyment, let me put it that way. Now, hopefully the audio levels aren't too bad. I have a suspicion the car audio is incredibly loud. Oh, God. Oh, hello. Oh, nothing happened. Don't worry about it. Nothing happened. So it turns out that new wheels don't make you better. I didn't say that. I did not say it's not how big it is. Yeah, I said something along those lines. But I didn't say that explicitly. Now, what I'm hoping is that there'll be a nice little McDonald's. Oh, man. Well, I give one of those at the moment. Actually, it's been a little bit warm today for that kind of food. I sort of had cereal for dinner in an attempt to keep cool food going. Audio levels are good. Excellent. I'm very glad about that because I've really put a bit of time into trying to just get the... we were talking D. That's all right. I'm just trying to get the... oh, get in. That felt awesome. Just when you can sustain a slide in a 60s and 70s car, like that is in my mind peak sim driving. Just getting a sustained slide through a corner, and you can feel, you just hold on to it and feel every bit of the tyre slip. It's absolutely worlds apart. And for this sort of vintage driving or classic car driving, whatever you want to call it, I suppose it's more classic car, having that responsiveness and that additional layer of feel enables you to drive on the edge of that slip angle a little bit more. Oh, how can you not love that? How can you not love that feeling of just, oh God, not that one, not that one. Whoop. Ah, yep, there we go. Nice bit of understeered response as well. So yeah, so this is, like I say, my official move into something a little bit more fancy, and I've kept the V3s plugged into the PC separately because I've heard that you get better, I don't know, data transfer speeds if you keep the pedals in separately, so they're not plugged into the wheel hub. That is or the wheelbase. The wheelbase is entirely separate to try and keep everything operating as efficiently as possible, as I've got the spare USB ports. Now, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Assetto Corsa and mods and all that sort of stuff, but if you enjoy, like I do, just driving around in fun cars, sort of in an evening, enjoying some twisty roads, kicking the back end out and all that sort of stuff, then I would recommend this LA Canyons mod a lot. It's probably one of the best sets of roads. Now, I'm not massive on the sandy landscape per se. It's quite nice. It's not my favourite. I prefer sort of lakes and greenery, but since that's probably a lot more taxing on graphically speaking, this probably makes a lot more sense to use, and it's such a good set of roads. I think it's not entirely, what's the phrase I'm looking for, real, but it is inspired by real roads around the LA, well, the LA canyons. There's a free part, there's a paid mod. I've only got the free one, and it's expansive, it's twisty, it's brilliant for testing a car, it's brilliant for getting used to using a car, and sort of understanding how it takes off-camber corners, and you know, you just get a feel for how something responds to your inputs. Oh yes, absolutely love that. Go on, slide a bit more. Oh man, I'm incredibly happy. And what I wanted to also raise today, they're actually real. Oh, are they? Oh, brilliant! I didn't know that. I thought it was more like inspired by, but the fact that they're real is even cooler. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today was value. So, oh, just a random car parked up there, probably dogging. Oh, for those of you, I don't know, is dogging an international phrase? I know we've got a couple of lads from the other side of the Atlantic in the chat. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Oh. I'm hoping dogging is an international phrase and that was understood, because I'd rather not have to explain what that is. Anyway, value. Let's stop talking about dogging. Let's talk about value. So, having come from a G29, which was something like, I don't know, 200 quid all in. So that's the wheel pedals and all that sort of stuff. You know, that is a fantastic way of getting into sim racing. Then there's a logical step up when you want... That's morals, yeah, I know. Exactly. There is a tiny... You probably have values. I mean, most people have things have values, you know. So there's probably a point at which you're then going to seek the next level of, I don't know, force feedback nerdery, or immersion in a game system, or you just want to be more consistent, or whatever it might be, you know. There's always going to be that next step. Now, but I wasn't sure what that next step was going to be for me. Value you. I think we all value Flea. Everyone values Flea. It's hard not to value him. That next step, you know, I initially thought, oh, got to be direct drive. And I thought, okay, well, what's a direct drive setup going to cost me? I want to go full, oh, sugar, go, you know, full ham, right? And be in a position where, like, I've got everything I need and I never need to buy anything else again. And I priced that up, and it was knocking on £2 grand, £2,000 that is. So that's like, I don't know, $2,900 probably in and around that, $2,000 or $3,000 in and around that kind of figure, or you know, 2,600 euros. Wow, that tunnel sounds good. And that was frightening, right? That was frightening. So the idea of spending that much on on the next step, terrible, absolutely terrible. So what I decided to do instead was try and have a halfway house, something I can enjoy for, I don't know, let's say it's a year. And let's say it could even be more than a year, I don't know. But let's say minimum a year. What can I grab that's an in-between that's at a reasonable price right now? Well, thank the Lord that the CSL DD has been released, because loads of people are panic selling their Clubsport V2.5s for CSL DD. And as far as most reviews go, they seem to suggest there is only a... Oh, sugar. There is only a slight difference between the two in terms of force feedback fidelity. Clearly, there are things you can't get in a belt-driven wheel, such as this one, that you can in direct drive in terms of responsiveness and all that. But they're similar enough. So, oh, this was my next step, and this cost me second-hand 300 quid. So a CSL DD would have cost me £485 after import duty. This was £300. I did have to buy the wheel, which was 185, I think, after import duty, but I would have had to have bought that anyway. I've saved myself 200 quid. Basically. Happy days. Right, I've missed a few things in the chat, so there's some shit happening. You'll DM me the pic. Awesome. couple of hellos from Kuya. Another dogger by the side of the road. Lovely. Oh god, trying to read and drive at the same time. Flea is the glue that holds us all together. It's always a party when he shows up. Why do I sound sticky? Well, hey, your words, not mine. Goodness me, what are you guys on about? But the savings, I know exactly. The savings, they are huge. Or huge. I don't know how he says it actually, but I've seen the meme. We've all seen the meme. And yeah, unbelievable. I was just like, okay, so you're telling me I can get a very similar feel, not quite the same, but similar, and save 200 quid. The resale value of this will probably be very similar when I come to sell it at some point in the future, if I come to sell it at some point in the future. It was a win-win for me, right? It was a win-win, and I am absolutely loving this purchase, just for the fact that I'm getting so much more from the game. Like, I think Mighty Car Mods put it really well when they talk about unlocking the potential of a car, and they talk about remapping a car that already exists, a car that's already turboed, right? They talk about unwrapping the banana. So if you took a banana and you wrapped it in duct tape halfway up, you can't peel back the whole banana, so you can't enjoy the whole banana because you only have access to the top half. Now, that is effectively, the force feedback is in the game, well certainly in most games, like AC for example. So the banana came sort of 1/3 wrapped, or 2/3 wrapped, maybe 1/3 unwrapped for for the G29. Now I feel like I've unwrapped another third, and then Direct Drive unwraps the whole banana, right? So I will get that whole banana one day, but in the meantime, I'll take 2/3 of a banana any day. Anyway, banana talk aside, I feel like that was a very long-winded explanation there. Abruzzi have nice gloves. Do they? Do you know, I've heard that their delivery times are incredible as well. Eric says time for gloves. Certainly, I was saying that just earlier at the start of the stream, that I feel dirty, like using the Alcantara and getting it all, you know. Oh, it just feels wrong. It feels naughty. So I will get gloves. I will get, and they will be IMB because I've got a design I want to have, and they always deliver. So plus it's SimSock Jesus. I can't not send my customs to SimSock Jesus. Otherwise, I will end up in racewear hell, and nobody wants to be in racewear hell. Oh, no, handbrake not required. Handbrake not required. Let's just ignore that. A bit of Rallycross, don't worry about it. What a car. So, the long and short of this road test here is this has unlocked classic car driving for me, and AC with its incredible force feedback is just, it's given me everything I wanted and more. And this little, I have to say, I was very unsure about this little LED screen in the front. So if you look online, it's pretty clear what it does. It can have speed, it can have gear changes, so it logs all my gear changes. Not really required, but actually I thought it was going to really piss me off for some reason, and it doesn't, and that's really quite nice. So all in 485 quid, well spent, which when you say it out loud sounds absolutely terrifying, and I wish I hadn't said it out loud now, but I did. So that was this. That was incredible English. We've taken a quick look at the Alpha. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into something different, or in the words of John Cleese, now for something completely different. Let's see if I've missed anything in the chat. Hang on. Are you in, crack? I could have been in or on, talking about bananas, presumably. That's what that reference was to. Yep, more bananas. That's what she said. I'm sure there were a few in there. Great deal. I'm really happy with it. And I think that's what matters most, right? Oh, in fact, you've just literally said that. It's worth it if you're happy with it. 100%, 100%. It's unlocked a whole another layer of the game that I can enjoy. Or the game, not just this game, every game. And Race Room is now playable, I'm happy to say. So I did dip into Race Room for a very short mess around, and it works, which I'm very happy with. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change the car and track. So we're going from old school vintage road car to old school vintage Formula car. I kind of want to change it, test a little bit of everything in AC, test a little bit of race room, which I'm quite excited for. I've done a tiny bit in there, but I've not tested more than a couple of stock cars. So that's quite exciting. The fact I'll be able to unlock another sim with meaningful force feedback is really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into... Now, this is... I mean, I'm sure a lot of Brits will, of a certain age, not my age necessarily, will agree that James Hunt was possibly one of the coolest Formula 1 drivers of all time. Was he the quickest? Probably not. But he was fucking quick. And incredibly cool. Hello, John. Or should I say Josh? No, it is John, don't worry. Congrats on the wheel update. Thank you. I'm really happy with it. It's a perfect stepping stone for me. And I can really enjoy it for what it is. Now, what I am going to do is turn down the desktop audio, because in testing earlier on, this car was loud. Actually, I'll turn down the audio on my headset. That should work as well. So I'm hopping into the 1975 Hesketh F1 car. Certainly one of my favourite F1 cars historically. James Hunt, I believe, guided Hesketh to its only win in this car. As a privateer, they obviously then folded as a team for 76 and supplied... oh my god, you can hear it. That's so loud. In fact, it's deafening. Please let me know if it's too loud. I'm assuming that the idle noise right now could be over my voice. So we're hopping in this beautiful old car that screams, and we're round Brands Hatch. Brands Hatch, a circuit that he won at but didn't win at. So very famously had his British Grand Prix title snatched away because they broke regulations. Oh god, that's so loud. I am actually going to turn down the desktop audio a fraction more because I have a feeling this could be deafening. Just listen to that. How can you not love that sound? Right, anyway, enough over that. I'm a bit of a sound file, clearly. Let's do a few laps of Brands Hatch in this incredibly noisy... Oh my giddy aunt. I mean, if that's as loud for you as it is for me, you won't be able to hear anything. I can't even hear my own voice over the top of this. It's unreal. Now, engine braking is huge in this car. Oh, you feel what it's doing. And Surtees, which is just probably the hardest corner I've ever driven on any track. Bit of careful onto the throttle. Start to wind out this absolutely outrageous car. Oh, and you can just feel it. It's just start to slide. Oh, understeer. Bit of oversteer, bit of corrective work. Oh, hello. And it's so much hard work, but it's so rewarding when you get it right in these old cars. This is part of a fantastic mod pack of 1975 Formula cars. Oh, steady on. Whoa. God, I cut that one fine to the edge of the track. Sort of in that beautiful transition of slip and slide cars with a bit of aero. That's what this is. Oh, it's such hard work. But when you get a corner just right, it's rewarding as hell. Oh god. You can just feel every time the car's about to step out. There's the understeer. Met with a bit of oversteer, and then the way it just responds, the way it centres up, it's just like that. Goodness me. Uh-oh. Of course, with these old cars, you don't just drive with the steering wheel. You do a little bit of steering with the right foot. Ooh, hello. What a feeling. Oh, I love this. I mean, I love this old car. Anyway. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, it was a matter of time. It was a matter of time. Woo! It's been making me properly sweat. Damn, that looks like a tricky one to drive. It's on edge. It's so on edge, and I love it for it. It's... You constantly... If you want to drive fast, and I'm not a particularly fast driver, if you want to be pushing it, it is properly, like... Yeah, fantastic. I reckon there'll be a lot of CSW 2.5s on the market with the DD being released. Probably find some great deals. That's exactly why I bought this. So you're ahead of the game, John. You're thinking on another level already. So I was saying earlier on that because of the introduction of the CSL-DD, people are panic selling these, thinking, I need to get this CSL-DD. A lot of reviews suggest that they're very similar in terms of fidelity and output. Not the same. The CSL-DD is clearly better, but this cost me £300. Then the wheel rim, well, sorry, this cost me £300. The wheel rim was 185. So for 485 quid, I got something where the wheelbase originally would have been 550 odd, or 530 or something. So for the original cost of the wheelbase, I was able to buy a second-hand wheelbase and a new wheel. Can't argue with that value, and those opportunities are out there. You know, I got lucky because it was 300. That 350 will get you a CSW 2.5. And then you can, you know, sort of feel a bit more of the road and have this incredibly enjoyable experience of, oh god, going in too deep with cold tyres. That's what she said. I should have said cold rubber. That would have been way funnier. Ooh, hello. Go on, get in there. Nice. Oh, the soundtrack. I mean, this for me is the golden era of Formula One. It's the hybrid between 60s bathtubs and slapping on giant slabs of wood for aero, and it was sex, drugs and rock and roll in the paddock. And okay, it wasn't the safest time, and a lot's been learned about safety. But the character and the balls of the drivers, Jesus H. Christ. They had some serious testicular fortitude. Come on, kick loose a little. Turn in. Yeah, there we go. Woohoo! Turn in. Oh dear. Ooh, couple of chat messages. Let's have a look. So that's a steal. Do you have a Formula style rim or thinking of getting one? 100%. I'm just going to make the car a little quieter while I chat with you. Excuse me. So yes, I plan on getting a Formula style rim. This was a cheap first rim. I'll be picking up a second-hand Formula rim, probably the old Clubsport one, with slightly fewer buttons, but again, you can get them for about 110 quid. So do like that. I'm half tempted to save up a little bit more and just go balls deep on the V2s, the Formula or the V2.5 Formula rim, because that thing is sick with all the buttons. And yes, so the idea is to have this, a Formula rim, and then, well, I mean, it's going to be hard to not buy other stuff too, right? So I'm a sucker for that. Lawnmower tire, that's a steal. Going from CSW to CSL-DD seems like a lateral move. Yeah, again, what I've read online so far is if you think of it, if that's a totally lateral move, it's like that, right? There's a tiny bit up, but not a lot. Just a tiny bit. So, you know, for 300 quid, it's hard to argue. Going on with cold rubber, wait, what? How, where, why? Because, well, you know, peeking from their short shorts. Incredible. Going that speed in what was basically a tin can took some balls indeed. Zero safety. Well, very zero safety. So I like to read Formula 1 history now and again. And there was obviously in this era, I believe in the 1960s, it was safer to be an astronaut than it was a Formula 1 driver, statistically speaking. Which is ludicrous. Something like that, anyway. Now, I think that's pretty mad on its own. But when you hear stories back in the day, so Jochen Rindt, right, the only Formula 1 driver to ever win a Formula 1 World Drivers' Championship posthumously, he actually had quite a horrific death when you read about sort of what went on. But the reason that happened was the cars were so prone to combusting, basically, that he didn't do his seatbelts up properly. So he had his 4-point harness, he didn't do 1 point in the bottom part so that he could make a quick escape, just in case his car caught fire, and unfortunately it was the lack of seatbelt safety which ended up killing him, which is a real tragedy, clearly. But if cars were so if cars were so unsafe that it was safer to not wear a seatbelt, like, what kind of world are we living in? You know, balls deep in a water. Oh my god, what was I thinking mentioning the R word? Terrible idea. Oh, the carbon F1 rim. Yeah, that's the one. I think that's the one. That's the stuff I'm looking at, just because it's a bit a fraction cheaper. So, you know, we'll see where we go. I'd love a Formula Rim, like I say. I'd love that, and I'd love a universal hub with probably some kind of drift style rim. Oh god, went in too deep. That's what she said, he said, whatever. Oh dear. Oh my god, the acceleration sound. Oh shit. Woo! My god, the acceleration sounds so brutal. It's awesome. Like, this mod is absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational. If you're not risking your neck, then is it really worth doing? And I think that's what a lot of guys in the F1 paddock used to believe. You know, I guess it was part of the glamour, you know, and I think for a while anyway, until sort of, I guess Jackie Stewart wasn't so big on that, but, you know, F1 driver over Space Cadet any day. Hey, I'm all on board. I know what I'd rather be. Yes, going to space is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but fucking hell, like, to be able to drive a car like this full pelt, oh, I know what I'd rather do. And the fact that we get simulators that even emulate a fraction of what it might have been like, it's so cool. Oops. Ooh. There we go, steady we go. Oh, whoa, hello. Whoa. Oh dear. Jeff Bezos is going into space. Look at the state of that. Exactly. The McLaren rim would be a good investment. I've heard it's good, but I've also heard that there's a bit of flex when you get to some of the higher force feedback. So I'm half between that and the just spending a bit more on spending a bit more on the V2.5 Formula Rim. Adrenaline. Oh, right. Good night, Pete. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. And thank you. Yeah, very kind. It's been a real pleasure having you here again. Enjoy the rest of your enjoy the rest of your leave. You can simulate space travel too with illegal substances. Yeah, you probably can. I wonder how expensive that is versus a Seto Corsa and a rig. I'm guessing after a year or two, probably quite similar. Oh man, what a sound! Oh shit! Red chat. I mean, that's something they never had to think about. Oh shit! That was a bit silly. Kept it planted when I shouldn't have. I don't think James Hunt ever went, oh, hang on, let me just read the stream chat mid-corner. He was probably more focused on not dying, to be quite frank, or catching Nicky Lauda. Either one. Probably catching Nicky Lauda first, not dying second. And then it was probably thinking about women, let's be honest. Oh, there we go. I wouldn't know, man. Oh dear. Whew. Okay, well, that was pretty intense. I'm incredibly warm. We'd all be impressed if he could. Wouldn't we just? Wouldn't we just? I mean, he would have been ahead of his time. I'm just having to tighten up my G29 H-pattern shifter. It does this all the time. It gets a bit loose because I'm a bit aggressive and it's not really built for it. So, that was the Hesketh F1 Noisy Boy. Let's... Oh man, there's so many things I want to try, and it's just... The last thing we're going to try in AC is a GT3 car. Then we're going to go through the process of pissing around on stream while I set up another simulator. So hopefully it won't be too bad. I'm going to hop into dirt for a bit, and we're going to see how this performs in dirt, which is kind of, I feel, sacrilege, given that it's the WRC Rim, and I'm sure that was more for the WRC game, but screw that, I've got dirt, and I fancy doing a tiny bit of dirt rally. So let's hop into a GT3 car. I'll turn the volume back up, because nothing is as loud as that Hesketh on AC. So we're going to do a couple of GT3 drives, probably around the Nürburgring, not the Nordschleife, but the Nürburgring, which is just a GP track I enjoy driving now and again. What do we fancy doing? Have we got a GT3 car in here that's about right? Oh, I don't really drive GT3s very often, I have to say. I want it to be flappy paddle so we can use the old flappy paddle gearbox, which is actually very satisfying. Not magnetic, but satisfying nonetheless. I'll tell you what, we're going to go with the Lotus. Now, I've got a bit of a family affinity with the Lotus. Dad used to have an Elise before he wrote it off, unfortunately. And because of that love of a Lotus, where's the GTE? There we go. Is that what we want? Or is it that one? Oh, that looks like it. Is that sequential manual? Yeah, there we go. Right. Let's load up the track. Man, I love how AC does this. You can just go anywhere in the world in minutes. It's ridiculous. There we go. Let's load it in. So, a Lotus at the Nürburgring. Yeah, well, this is a GTC or GTE. It's, you know, it's a GT car, right? They're all the same. They're probably not to people who care about that. But in my mind, it's a flappy paddle, like slightly aeroed road car that's mega light. And yep, do love a good Lotus. Let's just make sure I'm sat up a little bit higher. I really don't like negative pitch either. I like to be able to see where I'm going. Okay. Oh shit. Here we go. Trying something new. Whoa. So, what's a mid-engined GT car like with the new wheel? And oh, well, you can feel it understeering and not wanting to turn in. So this is the problem I've always had with GT3s. I never really seem to get on with the feel. With an old car, you just know, oh shit, exactly when things are hitting the fan. I've always found a GT3 car really a lot harder to read. and understand the full limits, oh, you're really getting a hell of a lot more fidelity here. I'm understanding what the car wants to do, which is good news. Now, obviously, ACC is the, well, I say gold standard for GT3 cars. It certainly is as a consumer game. It's something that people enjoy playing and getting involved in leagues. And I've always been slightly underwhelmed by the force feedback in ACC. However, I have a suspicion some of that might have been down to the choice of wheelbase, and some of it maybe just settings. So, we'll probably give that a go later on. Oh, go on, slow down. Oh, wow. Hopefully, again, audio levels are all good. Since we're changing between cars, it can be a little difficult. But I'm just getting a bit more information. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love it's talking to me, you know, and I love that. I don't really drive by memory very well. I'm not the most sort of like... Oh, it's the GT. I thought it was like the old Grand Prix one. Giddy up. Hello, Phelan. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Whew. Defo wheelbase, force feedback and ACC is top notch. Yes, so I would say that, oh shit, I need to pay attention. So, from my understanding, the force feedback and ACC is like in between iRacing and, oh sugar, oh, probably would, oh, bit of understeer, do enjoy that. It's probably somewhere between iRacing and AC in terms of it. iRacing can be a little numb sometimes from what I've been told. I've only done it for a month or so in the past on the G29 and didn't really get on with the feel. And then AC is incredibly communicative, so it tells you everything that's going on. And some people think overly so. For me, I quite like it, but I know that everything like this is pretty subjective to how you feel. I mean, the actual communicative force feedback is objective, but how engages you as an end user is ultimately subjective. So I don't like to get into it too much about force feedback sort of stuff, except to say, for me, AC is the most communicative that I've interfaced with. But I'm looking forward to giving ACC a bloody good go. Now that I have a wheel that I think it will do better in. Same with Race Room, so we'll probably hop on that before the end of the stream. Give everything a thorough test, and we'll see how we go. God, I love this Lotus Evora. Another nice sounding car, not quite as noisy and as on the edge as that Hesketh Formula 1 car from earlier on, but enjoyable. What's the crack? Well, I'm just talking about my latest retail therapy purchase and how much fun it is. And oh, GT cars can just yote over these, can't they? That's what they do. I'm just sort of, I don't know, talking about how it's transformed my experience, right? My driving experience in simulators, just by having something that talks to me more. I rely on force feedback to drive. I'm not very good at memorizing where to stop and what to do. So having something that tells me I've got it wrong is important. Oh, steady on. iRacing's force feedback is weird. I can't get it right with settings no matter what I try. So, what I have heard is there is a piece of software called IRFFB, which takes the telemetry from iRacing and adds a layer of, what's the phrase? I can't remember the phrases used. It's like G-forces. It adds like a G-force level of force feedback, which you get in the likes of AC. Now, I don't think it makes it quite the same, but IRFFB is supposed to counteract that. So, John, if you're a fan of iRacing, I would encourage you to look at Gamer Muscle's chat on that, because, well, he gets very, he's very into his force feedback. And I believe he spoke about a similar thing for Assetto Corsa Competizione as well, where it uses a CFFB, which is like an IRFFB spin-off. So have a look. Apparently it adds that seat of the pants G-force feeling, so that might just give you what you need in terms of force feedback. Gonna do some iRacing practice in a bit. Oh, lovely. Very cool. Oh, shit. And you're building Lego. Aston Martin DB5, an absolute classic. No doubt the Bond car. Ooh, love it. Very sweet. Yeah, let me know how you get on, because I've not obviously tried it instead of just complaining about it. Yeah, it's easy to complain about, but like you say, if you can avoid complaining about something and try something to in an attempt to have a positive outcome. Oh shit! I don't think I would have caught that before. That is insane. Just the ability to catch a few slides here and there. How fantastic. Right. That was bloody enjoyable, but now it's time to try something a bit different. So I'm going to try a couple of stages in Dirt Rally. Again, GT3s aren't normally my bag. It's something I want to try a bit more of. But a few laps there, it was enough to know that I'm getting so much more information, and I'm loving every second of it. Absolutely loving every second of it. It's transforming sim racing to another level. It's a whole new world. It really is. So I think it's a significant of enough jump that it's got that wow factor, that kind of oh my god. And I'm expecting this to direct drive to have the same feeling. So I'm getting 2 lots of oh my god in my sim racing hashtag journey. For earlier on, I don't want to talk about it. Right, let's close Content Manager. Or maybe I'll just minimize it. And let's fire up Dirt Rally and watch as this game, as the stream doesn't pick it up as an input. Because why would it? Have I missed anything? Oh, what are you up to this evening, Phelan? I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Okay, so you'll probably hear the sounds of Dirt Rally before you see it, because I'll have to make adjustments to Streamlabs. Which means tabbing out. Such a pain in the arse, this. Oh, whose idea was this? This kind of thing I chose to do. Properties. Find the game. Nope. Interesting. It doesn't think Dirt Rally exists at the moment, so that's new to me. This is why, you know, you always check these things. Okay, game captures. Right. Maybe I just need to get through the menu first. Connecting to server. I mean, this is slick, right? I hope you guys can appreciate how quickly I'm doing this. What's this mean? We'll just add another one whilst we're at it. Game capture, new. Oh, there we go. Don't worry, I'll appear very soon. No, don't put it down to the bottom. That's not what I wanted. I'm so good. Oh, there we are. Right. Now I need to go into SimHub and make sure it's reading the right game. Dirt Rally 2.0. Because I love this little overlay, but it doesn't always work. And I like it to work because I've now put my face over all of the speedos. Right, now that we've done that, what are we going to do? I think we're going to do a time trial, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to head out to the wonderful New England because it is the most beautiful of all of the tracks. Let's do, yeah, why not? Fury Lake. What are we going to do it in? Well, I'm always in 2 minds. I feel like I should do something relatively quick. Oh, there we go. Vape Nation. Let's do it in a Subaru. So we'll do a couple of stages. We'll see how it feels in these couple of stages. And hopefully everything syncs up okay. We'll see. It's going to be a lot of fun either way, I've no doubt. Now, what I will also say is I've messed around slightly with the settings. So on the WRC wheel, you can access your settings through the wheel itself. So I'm going to go into preset settings number 2 and select that. So settings number 2 manages my force feedback. It drops it a little bit, but it gives it a little bit more counter rotation for rallying, I presume. I've just had a bit of a mess around. Hopefully it works. Tyres, let's make sure it's soft. I've not got any settings because we're just going to mess around. We're not out here looking for... Oh god, I think the speedo thing's not going to pick anything up. Hang on. Just a moment. We're almost there. I can almost taste it. Can't, but almost can. Let's launch revs and shit, as I refer to it as. It should read the Dirt Rally game. If it doesn't, well, we're going to have a very sad looking speedometer. Right, let's do this. Let's enjoy some rally.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think I'll turn the sound down.
Opens 150.
Uh-oh, it's too quiet. I can feel it already.
Caution, slow, don't cut. 6 left long. 30, turn unseen, hairpin right.
Alright. I imagine... Oh shit, that's a hairpin. That's a hairpin. I wasn't paying attention. This is the alternative line, don't panic about it.
5.
So I imagine it's quite quiet. Don't worry about it.
Left of a crest, jump.
Oh, turn, you pig.
Crests.
There we go. Right, focus on the stage now.
4 left long.
Let's try and get as much enjoyment out of this as possible.
100, turn 1 left, don't cut.
Oh man, this is way better.
Turn 4 right long. Opens of a crest, to crest. And 6 left of a crest.
Oh, it's doing half the work for me. I don't have to do counter steering. I just have to try and remember the course now.
Keep right of a crest into 4 left.
Oh shit.
And slow, 4 right long. Tightness.
I just went to go and use the manual shifter. That was ridiculous. Oh, turn.
Left of a crest.
Oh yes, this is changing rally.
Into cut.
It's just the counter steering. It's there. Like I'm not having to do all the hard yards.
Crest, jump.
So this is what other people have been experiencing while I've been sweating away on a G29. Oh, this is cracking.
Don't cut of a junction. And 6 right of a crest. Extra long.
Now I'm not saying I'm going to be any faster,
4 left of
because I don't imagine I will be because of a wheel, right? But it is that much more engaging.
crest. Jump maybe. To crest. Into 5 right. Extra long. Tightens.
And I'm all about that. Oh, engagement.
Opens. 80 of a crest.
Oh, that's so good.
3 of a junction. 50.
That is such a good feeling.
Extra long.
Ooh, hello.
Right long. Into 6 left.
Get in there.
Off of a crest. Opens
You can
extra
just everything is so much more real. With the Logitech, I wasn't getting half of this sort of counter steering forces, so I wasn't soaring at the wheel in the same way I am now. Oh god! Now, whether that's good or bad, I mean, you know,
extra long.
unnecessary soaring clearly not important, but it's just ooh. I feel like I've got more control over the car, which is fantastic. I really feel like I know what it's doing.
Jump long. Tightens.
It doesn't mean I know what I'm doing, but I feel like I know what the car's doing, and it means I can react. Whoa! Hello!
Turn unseen. 2 right long. Opens. 200 of a narrow bridge.
Into the trees. That is a very narrow bridge. Let's just send it.
20. Late. Hairpin left. Around bail.
Oh god.
Into 5 right. Extra long.
Ooh, ooh. The wheel spun around in my hand. It was almost like a real wheel for a moment there.
6 right long. Water splash. 80.
Oh, you get in there.
Middle of a crest. And through narrow gate. 20. Cut. 6 left. 30. 6 right of a crest long. 80.
And the flappy paddles are so much more positive. There's so much more of a click on them.
Tightens cut 3. Into 4 right of a crest.
Oh god, hello. Yep, I'm still very capable of getting things wrong. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Back on the road.
Right of a crest. Into 5 left. Opens, keep middle of a crest. 80.
Oh,
6
awesome.
left, 6 right. Very long. Over finish.
Woohoo! That was a fun stage. I very much enjoyed that. Oh, it's there. It's happening. It's happening in front of my very eyes. Like, yeah. I might be more consistent, which would be nice. And catching slides has, just as evidenced, been significantly easier. Ignore the replay down there. Don't worry about that. That was that never happened. Alternative line. Yeah, catching. I mean, it was literally telling me what was happening in a slide, and I was just able to saw away at the wheel and rub off 50% of the Alcantara. I'm sorry. But have a wonderful time while I did it. So, let's continue. Oh, sod. There we go. Let's return to main menu. Let's go out in another different car and do something very similar. What should we do now? Should we... Where have I not been? I like tarmac, I have to say. I'm not going to use the tarmac specialist phrase. I don't think I've got the rights to say that. Let's do the Monte Carlo rally. Yeah. Let's do it in something manual as well, shall we? Get the H pattern out. Oh, yes. A 6R4, now we're talking. That's going to be unbelievably hard to drive. I can't wait. Oh, I love a good 6R4. A car that my dad told me about. He used to own a Mini Metro a long time ago. And we were sat at the dinner table, and I was just like, a Mini Metro? That's like the least cool car I could possibly imagine. Like, what were you doing buying one of those? And he just turned around and he said, but there was the 6R4. And okay, his wasn't a 6R4. But he was like, yeah, but that was the king of cool, right? The 6R4. And I had no idea what it was. And then found out what it was. And it's a shame we didn't get to see more of it, you know? But how crazy. An absolutely mad idea. And I love mad ideas in cars. It's manual. It's noisy boy. Let's see how we get on in Monte Carlo in the 6R4. Looking for trouble, exactly.
3, 2, 1, go. 100, keep left, into 2 right tightens, into 3 left long,
Oh shit.
into 3 right,
Oh, whoa.
into 4 left long,
I've never driven this in dirt before.
tightens, into 5 left,
So please forgive me if this is absolutely hideous. Oh shit, the bed.
into 2 right, opens,
This thing is absolutely mental.
left long,
Could you imagine driving one of these? Like, oh, it's just a...
6 right long,
Oh my lord.
opens over crest long, tightens, 6 left of a crest,
Cars!
opens over crest,
Okay, that was a thing.
into 1 left long tightens,
And we're off. Nothing happened. Nobody saw anything. Oh god, there was a man there with a camera. Whoa.
into 5 right,
Don't hurt me.
into 2 left, into 3 right, opens, into 5 left,
Oh, getting...
slow 50, unseen hairpin right,
Wow, that's got some incredible feel to it.
into 5 left, 30,
Watch out, spectators. I am not qualified.
into 3 left of a crest, into
I don't think I could have controlled this with the G29.
left, opens over crest,
Full disclosure, like,
unseen, opens
without...
left,
Whoa, what was that? That was insane.
into 4 right,
No, don't hit people.
into
I
4
hit
left
people.
of a crest,
It's exactly what I just did. The game told me off for killing a man. I'm sorry, it was Group B. Or it wasn't Group B, was it? I think it was like Group A or something. But you get the idea. Oh, sugar. This is ludicrous. Well, you get a good workout out of it, that is for sure. Oh, oh, Jesus! That snow is really there. What? Whoa! Okay, I've really felt that. That was incredible. Like, going over that patch of snow there just took all the force feedback away. It was as if to say nothing existed. That's... Whoa! Whoa! That's so cool! That's not cool. Oh my... Well, that is so fucking cool. I think where you don't have the same fidelity on... That's a hairpin. That's... nothing happened. I mean, you just literally lose everything over the snow, and then it all comes back on the tarmac. Oh, that is... nice detail. Oh, hairpin. Oh, God. Nope. Just turn. Oh.
Keep left. Into 6 right of a crest. Into 4 left.
Fucking hell. Whoa.
Into 4 right. Extra long.
Oh.
Slow 20.
Shit.
1 right long. Opens. Into 4 left long. Into caution.
Whoa, whoa, hello. What happened there? Caught probably a bit more snow. That is very cool. I remember on WRC 9, snow just made you the whole thing slippery, and it wasn't like, ooh, it wasn't a little bit. It was either all there or not there, visually speaking. So I wasn't really sure what this meant, but now I understand it means death. Ooh. Oh, what a ridiculous stage! Rally technical tune will come. Oh, I'm sure it will. Yeah. Like I say, I'm sort of just jumping in full send on a couple of cars. Rally is a sweaty, isn't it? I can feel it. Does that mean you can see it? Because I'm sure you probably can. Oh, it was Group B. I was right. But did you die? Someone in the crowd did, and I think that's probably bad. Oh, goodness me. So, should we give Rallycross a go? Let's give Rallycross a go. I've not done much of that. I think you're going custom. No, it's not championship, is it? Maybe it is. Let's do it. Let's hop into a Rallycross. I don't really do much of this. I think there's a... Let's do this one. The crowd know what they signed up for. Their fault. Hey, they signed the waivers, right? They signed the waivers. Single race. Should we get? Let's not go too crazy. Let's go Group B Rallycross. What's the worst that could happen? I love it. Their fault. Well, like I say, you know, they signed the waivers, right? Let's do 4 laps of Lidden Hill. Start the championship. Now, I'm really torn here because every single one of these I love. But, it's hard to say no to a Lancia. So, Lidden Hill. I've never driven Lidden Hill. Wait, is this the one they did with that Top Gear went to once? It looks familiar in shape. Hang on a second, I said dry and sunny. What's this rain? I didn't sign up for rain. Oh wow, look at that. That's mental.
Use the Joker lap to your advantage. You only need
Yeah, Joker lap. Now I think... Oh, the old rev counter's not working. I forgot it uses a different rev counter. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh dear. Okay, probably should have picked something with paddle shifters for this one because this is insanity. Fuck me. Hello. I'm going to put some of the blame on the rain. I think we all know I'm not winning this against the AI, but I just wiped out. Come on. Let's get going now. Ooh. It's all fine. Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe just steady, slow and steady wins the race, right? That's what I'm sure I've heard that somewhere. Oh, no. Do you know what doesn't win the race? Taking the alternative lines. Oh my fucking god. What the heck happened there? You know it's bad when you've got to recover the... I'm not going the wrong way. I'm turning around. Let's see what the Joker lap looks like. Okay, just steady on, steady on, steady on. Oh, I'm bogging down in third. Oh, there's a jump in the Joker lap. What the fuck is that? Or did I go the wrong way? I must have gone the wrong way. Woo! I don't know if my rig can hold up to this. I mean, I'm seeing a pattern here. And it's not encouraging. Maybe we go for the baby Rallycross cars rather than we jump. I love how I've just gone straight into Group B, arguably the most mental era in rally history. Ooh, gotta steer with your right foot. I'm sure I picked sunny. I don't know why it's raining. I imagine that's making it. I've run out of this. Oh, well, shut up, man. No. Wait, is that the main menu, or is that going to take me back to the... Oh, fuck. That wasn't my intention. It is an opportune moment to pick something a little easier to handle. But it wasn't my intention, just so we're all clear. But I'm going to make the most of this opportunity. Oh, okay, we'll go Silverstone. That's an interesting one. Single race. Weather. Daytime clear, dry. Thank you. 4 laps. Yeah, let's pick the sensible cars. No one saw anything. I'm going to just edit that out of the stream. That entire section never existed. Right, let's do this. Ooh, got to be the Clio. Right, we're at Silverstone. Not the kind of Silverstone I'm familiar to lapping, to be fair. I reckon most of the... I reckon I've ended up in the areas that they're talking about, though. Just not on purpose. Okay, so this will definitely be... Is this paddles? Well, we're about to find out, aren't we? Oh, hang on, what? I didn't do... Oh, you dickhead. I've done no practice. What was I thinking? Okay.
Ready to race.
I don't even know where I'm going. Just follow everyone else. Oh my god, that's a bit savage. Whoa, these people are being very mean to each other. Oh, I'm not that way inclined. So, I'm following for a lap, so I know what to do. That's what I've done here. I'm not last by accident. It's on purpose. All on purpose. Don't worry about it.
Push into that clear space to extend the
just shut up and I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll turn. Woo! Oh, that was a bit close for comfort. Am I being overtaken by the guy who's done a Joker lap? Oh, fuck you, man. I'll do my Joker now, then. We all know I wasn't going to win. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is just oh, God. Go, 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 go. Oh, I find handbrake turns really bloody hard in front-wheel drive cars. Because I presume this is front-wheel drive. It doesn't quite have the... Ow, go on. Just handbrake, you bastard. Turn. Look, this hasn't gone as bad as last time I tried Rallycross, where I accidentally did 2 Joker laps because I got fucking lost. So, let's just have a... Let's be honest, this has gone substantially better than it normally does. In my limited Rallycross experience is, at the moment, I got lost and did 2 Joker laps. So this is infinitely better than my first Rallycross experience, which was that. Oh, shit. Wow, that had some strength to it. My wrist hurts. Oh, go on. Just wanted to use the grass. There's more grip out there. Whew, I only lost like 4 or 5 seconds a lap, so that's not so bad. I've probably got this on the easiest difficulty as well. I don't want to talk about it. This soundtrack is very Double Dragon. This soundtrack is very royalty-free. So, I'll send it. Yeah, I tried. I didn't. Well, I did send it, but I sent it into last place. Right. So, yeah, this soundtrack is incredibly royalty-free. I was using something that was royalty-free, and then I ended up getting a bunch of fucking strikes despite it being royalty-free. Off to do iRacing practice. Have a wonderful time, my guy. See you later. All the best of luck. Show 'em how it's done, mate. Show 'em how it's done. Right, that was fun, if a little difficult. So, oh no. We are going to go back in and do another rally stage. I kind of fancy doing a proper rally stage again. No disrespect to... Oh, let's do Finland. Finland's a bit aggressive, isn't it? Quite jumpy. Quite fast. Let's do a short stage. And let's do it in something different again. I do love the variety of like old and new cars in Dirt Rally. Thanks, man. Ah, no worries. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello. It's a pleasure as always, Flea, to have you around. Have we got a Toyota? I'm a bit of a Toyota tragic. I wouldn't mind a Toyota of any kind. I'm not seeing any. Don't go and break my heart like this. Oh, no Toyotas. Gutted. Alright, well, let's break out my all-time 2-car garage car. So, for those of you who may have heard me ramble on about this before, I'll explain it to you all anyway. My dream 2-car garage, you know, when someone says you could have 2 cars, my 2-car garage is a Nissan 240Z and a Caterham 7. So any chance I get to drive one of those in a sim like this, I will take. So a Datsun or Nissan 240Z rally spec, yes please, sign me up. Let's do Finland in a 240Z. Right. This is going to be unusually quick, and there will be a lot of counter steering. A good test.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
100 through dip and flat right of a crest, 80.
Okay.
Crest, a jump, 200.
Oh god. Was it Walter Roll who didn't do rally? He never did Rally Finland because it was too dangerous, too many jumps, and that achievement thing at the bottom left-hand corner is fucking me off. Oh, it was very distracting. Well, that was a recovery of some kind. Whoa, whoa, hello. Let's see how we get on with more 1001 counter steers. Whoa, whoa. Goodness gracious me, this thing is tail happy. It's a rear-wheel drive rally car, isn't it, at the end of the day? Whoa, Christ alive. 6 right. Oh, a square right. Oh, right, not left. Other right. I can tell my right from left. Don't worry about it. That's where having that responsive counter steer thing just... It makes saving a car at the end. Like, I would have been fighting the G29 just to get it back into a straight line. It's doing the hard yards for me, and I love it. Oh, God. Oh, fucking hell. I can see why Walter Roll did not do Rally Finland. I've not... Ooh. I've done it in a slow car, slower than this car. Ooh, steady, steady. Oh, my... Do you know what? If you want to ever lose weight, rear-wheel drive car, Rally Finland, job done. I feel about 20 kilograms lighter already in sweat alone. Wow. I mean, they say you burn calories video gaming anyway, so this must be like a mega calorie burn kind of sort of stuff. Oh, into gear, please. Ooh. Oh. There we go. I was about to say I'm finding a rhythm, and then I realised what I was saying. Yeah, there's another catch there that felt very satisfying. What a fantastic, affordable combination this has been. Oh, God. Oh, no. I felt that one happening in... Well, it wasn't in slow motion, was it? It was in real time. Whew. 50% liquid. Sorry, Alcantara. I didn't mean it. Well... Need to pay more attention to those 3s at Finland, I think. Whoa, that's not a 5, is it? Fuck! Whoa! Whew. Oh, that's so cool. Oh! That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, 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 go. Push, push. Here we are. Oh, big jump. Yes, please. Let's do it. Send! Oh! Whew! Huge jump. That was cool as fuck. This is why Dirt Rally is awesome. It just puts you in... Whoa! I mean, it might not be the... Oh, fuck. That's going to hurt. Oh, I've got a puncher. I can hear it. How's it react with the puncher? Whoa, it's a absolute handful. Come on. Oh, shut up. I know. Whew. Whew. I'm warm. I'm incredibly warm. Right. That's transformed rally driving in ways I find hard to explain. Wow, how cool is that? I love that. Do you know what I'm really glad about? I'm able to share this enjoyment. You know, I'm sure we all have moments where we talk about things like this and we end up boring family members to death. Whether that be other halves or parents or children or whatever. So I just want to take a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds just to thank you all for coming along and joining me on this stream, because I'm getting to share my enjoyment of a new toy with some strangers on the internet, and there's something quite cool about that. So let's pack up. Oh, looking for a game to capture. Let's give it a game to capture. Let's see if SimHub works again. I don't really know if it will or not with this. I don't even know if it picks up stuff on Race Room. It does. Race Room Racing Experience. Waiting for data. Okay. But yeah, I just want to say thank you. It's a real pleasure to be able to share this with you guys, and you know, it's adds a whole layer of enjoyment, right? I'm glad you're glad to be here, Eric. That's very kind of you to say. Now, I have no idea if Race Room's going to launch well or not. It's a game that kind of decides, for me anyway, decides whether or not it wants to run. It doesn't let me decide. It does that thinking for me, to be quite honest. Which is odd. You'd hope that it wouldn't, but it does. So, so it says starting, but it might well not be starting. I don't really know, and I won't know until it either crashes or loads, and we'll see if it picks up a game. Oh my goodness, it worked. Look at that! It actually worked. Crikey. It doesn't like you either. I will say that I had to do a few installs and a few game file verifications for it to actually work before I got anywhere with Race Room. So here we are, Race Room. I don't even know if the speedo is going to pick anything up here. I've not tested it at all. We're just going into Race Room. Now, I don't even know what content I have, to be quite frank. So, I think I go into single player, practice, and if I go into cars, owned. Right, so I've got a car in each of these classes, right? So I've got a car in the CR1 Cup, presumably. Yeah. Formula Junior. Okay, that's a bit like Formula V, I think. Icons, so those are the hill climb cars, which are mental. Some GT1 cars, equally mental. LMP1 and LMP2, all very nice. And now, I think yellow means, that's right, sorry, yellow. I just said yellow when I meant purple. That's quite a difference. Purple, it means I need to buy it in order to drive it. So I think that's how it works. We've got the Silhouette Series and we have the touring car. This Lada is absolutely horrific. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if there's anything online that I can drive with what I have. I doubt there will be. Only owned tracks. Only eligible. FRJ Cup. Oh, okay. Session practice time left. Okay, so I could do Sepang. How many people are in there? 8. So can I join this then? So it's in practice mode. It's a 15-minute race. I've never raced in Race Room at all. Online, I've done like the sum of 10 practice laps. Let's do it. Fuck it. I'm presuming I can just go race. It's not going to shout at me, is it? I quite like the colour scheme of this one. Hugo Vermeer, here we are. So, welcome to Race Room. I've never played this game. We're going to see what it's like racing online with the new setup. Because when I had the G29, it was like driving through custard. I've mentioned it a few times, so I don't want to labour it too much. But it wasn't a pleasant experience. After the force feedback update, it was great beforehand, but they did something to it, which affected it negatively for cheap-end wheels. So we're here with the Clubsport 2.5 and the Fanatec WRC Wheel Rim for some Race Room. Press any key to continue. Okay, racing against strangers in a car I've never driven, on a track I've never driven, with languages I don't understand. Okay, let's initialize the car. Click the ignition. I do like how you have to do that. boy, the sounds are good. I need to sort out some graphics stuff, I think. Because I have a feeling the oh, fuck. I'm going to leave the game. I'm going to hop back into this in a second. I've got a minute to sort this out. 1 minute to drop the ludicrously difficult... It's a welcome message. It probably was. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish. Or any variety of Spanish, for that matter. So what I'm quickly going to do is just do my graphics settings. Graphics low. Because that will hopefully help the streaming capacity. So let's head back into... they race Sundays at... Oh, interesting. There you go. Hopefully they don't shout at me. Some foreigner just jumping in for no good reason. I'm sure it's not like that. Most people are incredibly welcoming in the sim environment, regardless of where they're from, and I think that's an absolutely wonderful asset that this hobby has. So hopefully it loads me in before the start of the race. I'm probably going to languish around at the back, and that's okay. But it's going to be quite an experience. Why not? I think I need to grow some balls and do this a bit more often and challenge myself a little more to push my comfort zone. So, we'll do this for a bit. We'll enjoy Race Room. And then depending on the time, I might jump in and do some Race U on AC. Okay. Frames appear to be struggling. Oh, dearie me. Let me know if it's as bad as it looks. Oh. Well, I guess practice is over. Yeah, let me know what it's like your end, because I'm getting some pretty concerning numbers from Streamlabs OBS. Basically shitting itself. So if it is a bit much, we'll probably call this one earlier on. But hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it's palatable. Okay. DTM. Oh, okay, interesting. I've never driven Sepang, so I should probably let this car behind go ahead. Oh man, this doesn't feel like... Oh, I have driven Sepang. Oh shit. Looks fine. Okay, well that's good. It's another loud game, I'm afraid. Oh, I've got it on dirt rally settings on the old force feedback, so I'm a little bit light on force feedback at the minute. Oh god. Come on. Okay. Also, my actuators, my vibration motors on the V3s are going mental in this game. Okay, Sepang is starting to come back to memory from like an old Formula 1 game. Oh, skipping a couple of frames. Holy shit, that was pretty bad. Is there a way of getting back to the pits? Okay, good. That was pretty unbearable. Right, let's go back to the proper setting. There we go. Oh. Start the car. And away we go. There we go. The force feedback is back. I had it on a very light setting because I kept everything in-game 100% in dirt. Because it's got a complicated way of just explaining force feedback. I don't really understand why they've done it that way. Whoa, some serious drop frames here. Maybe my computer doesn't like Race Room very much. It should be fine, but, you know, technology, right? Anywho. Okay. But I will say that on medium, the sounds in this game are insanely good. I think they lose some audio. I feel like I've lost a bit of audio quality, but I think I only turned the graphic settings down, so there's a very visceral noise of that transmission whine. Ah, yes, the double right-hander. That's a bang, and then we come down to this sharp left-hander. Now, I'm finally getting communication from Race Room as a sim. So this is something that I've been missing with the G29. It does not feel like custard anymore. It actually feels like a legitimate simulator. And that's good, because Race Room offers some fantastic close racing, from what I've watched online. It seems that everyone bangs on about how good it is for wheel-to-wheel racing, and it's nice to know that oh, sugar, there's an alternative for that. You know, and it's ranked racing as well at the end of the day, which is, you know, some people really enjoy. Have I got time? Okay, I've got time for one good lap. They have updated the force feedback. Unfortunately, so I tried the force feedback on the G29 before the update, and it was good. Like, it was definitely good. But unfortunately, the update made it basically unplayable for those of us on cheap wheels. It became very good on a direct drive wheel or a high fidelity belt driven wheel, but the cheap stuff, it just couldn't handle it, unfortunately, and it turned everything into mush, which was a crying shame, because it offered great racing and the force feedback model was palatable for a G29 or similar. So now, oh come on, I'm finally getting that experience back again, which is great news, because I think the force feedback model got better on direct drive wheels or high fidelity belt driven wheels with the update, which is also good news. So it is better for those who have the better equipment. Like, the force feedback is more communicative. It just oh goodness, it just made it a challenge for those who don't have that. All right. Oh, turn. Oh wow, getting some serious lag spikes in the game here. Not sure I'll do too many. Well, probably just do the one of these, because I'm feeling it as a driver. Oh, hello. Whether it's good for the stream or not. Pretty hefty, noticeable spikes. So clearly some optimization work for me on settings. Oh, come on. Get round. Yeah, there we go, there we go. 2 minutes 22 to beat. From A. Bogdan. Come on, turn. Okay, well that was fun. I really hope that doesn't put me on pole, because I have no idea what I'm doing if I am in pole. If I'm on pole, this is a joke. Like, I don't know where I'm going. That would not be ideal. Could you imagine? Some random British guy just rocks up to this Spanish server, doesn't know where he's going, ends up on pole and has to try and lead from the front. That would be ridiculous. That would be absolutely terrible. And then we could just say it was all the new wheel, right? Whoa, hello. do love this. There we go. Thank God for that. Oh. Oh, of course, he just kicks you out of qualifying. I didn't qualify pole. Clearly, it was never going to happen. Don't know what I was talking about. Absolute garbage coming out my mouth. So, that's where we are. 4th. What a success. We're progressing to the next session. They've let me drive. I don't know if any of these are AI or not. I don't even know how long the race is. Was it 15 minutes? Okay. Well, we'll see how we go. Good bit of fun. It's nice to have, I've got to say, it feels great. I've had no complaints at all on the force feedback from Race Room right now. 4th is all right. 4th will do. Just follow the guys in front. See how we get on. Try not to ruin anyone's race and enjoy the experience of Race Room, whatever that is. So yeah, no complaints. Really enjoying the experience, the Race Room experience. Clearly, I need to tweak some settings to make it a bit more. Start the car. Or does it automatically start for me? Because I'm currently in neutral, I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh dear. Okay, well, let's see how we fare. Oh right, here we go. Let's see what happens in the Race Room experience. Whoa, rapid start from Bogdan. He went off like a scalded rat. Just give everyone their space. Oh. Oh my god, oh my god. Well, that wasn't good. Yeah, nope. Interesting. Interesting first lap experience right there. Okay. Oh my Gideon, things are happening ahead. So this is what happens when you join a random lobby, I think. Oh. Let's just let them do all the dangerous... Oh, fuck. Oh my god, it's hectic. I don't know where I'm going. And people are doing crazy things. Oh, hello, I exist, believe it or not. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, this is an interesting experience. Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, well that would be a disqualification for too many contacts, because I'm assuming it was too many contacts. I felt like people were bouncing off of me there. I'm going to leave that now. That was an interesting Race Room experience. Jesus Christ. That was wild. Not really sure what to expect there. I wonder if I've actually... Ah. Okay. So that's what I probably should have done. Like, only ranked. So that was like total free-for-all session. Which makes a lot of sense. So if I want to get into rookies, I clearly need to buy some content. I'm not doing that today. That was wild. I don't think I've ever experienced an online race like that in my life. Hoo-wee. Bumper cars. I couldn't have put it better myself. There were people flying all over the place. Let's retreat. Battered and bruised. Thankfully not my ego, just my physical being. And what we're going to do now is we're going to fire up Content Manager, and we're going to head into some Race U, because that hasn't let me down so far. I'm going to say that maybe early doors. Maybe I shouldn't be so overly confident, but I've had a fantastic time in Race U so far. Very lucky. There's normally a race on at 1/4 the hour at some point. I need to sign in. Oh, blast. I'm just going to do that just in case I have to put in a password and it shows it up. So this is what smart thinking, you see, just ahead of the game. Also, it means you don't see my email address, which is probably a good idea too. Well, not you. I trust the people in this chat. I guess it's just the wild internet that I don't fully trust. Or what was it that so-and-so said in Italian job? Is trust anyone, just not the devil inside them. Oh, good. I'm really glad I forgot my password. Time to go through the forgot your password loop. You've never heard of Race U? Well, you're in for a treat. Let me reset my password, and then I will show you all about Race U. Okay, let's close that. Let's update the password. Right. Let's sign in. We're in. Okay, so let's go back into main. So this is Race U. If you have Content Manager, I believe Race U is part of Content Manager. Now you'll see on the top of the screen up here, you can't see my mouse, but at the top left where you've got Challenges Live Online, there is Race U. And what Race U is a ranked racing system for Assetto Corsa. So it provides an iRacing-like experience for AC. Now it doesn't, because it's not quite as extensive and it's not quite as popular as iRacing, but what it provides is something similar. So it provides a licensed system, a way of accumulating gratification over the course of a few months, and it's jumping into Season 2, which is very cool. So there's no race until 9, but at 9 o'clock we have the Tartus at Brands Hatch, or we have GT3s at Spa. Now, I like the Tartus at Brands Hatch, and I like the Porsche at the Nürburgring, so I'm going to register to both of those now. So much like in iRacing, you just sign up, right? So let's go with number 5, and I'm also going to register for the 945 because that finishes in time for the next one, right? And the Cayman in blue, the channel colours, I don't want to donate because no one knows what the actual price will be later on. Pretty cool. WSS is like that too. It is, and so is SRS. So SRS is something I'm going to do a dedicated stream to next week. So next Wednesday, I think I'm going to be doing a dedicated SRS stream where I'll try and play through all the different dailies they have in one night. If not all of them, all but one, because it ends with a 1-hour Porsche RSR Endurance this at the moment, which I really like the sound of. So that's what we've got coming up. So at 9 o'clock, we're going to hop into Tartus. In the meantime, we can dip back into single player and just... Oh my god, it's having an absolute mare. Oh wow, I've never seen that before. Apologies. I don't really know what to do there. I'm going to hop into a Tartus and give you all some form of acute epilepsy while we wait. Right, okay. And it's at Brands, so why not take us to Brands? Because it will also cause... okay, there we go, right. We're there. Let's fire up Brands Hatch in the Tartus and see how we go. So, you're registered in SRS, but you've never raced it. I've heard wonderful things. Obviously, if you join us next Wednesday, you'll see sort of how I get on with it. There's so many cool different tracks and cars there. It's hard not to love the idea of it at the very least. Now, in theory, the rev counter won't work because I've not linked up SimHub. Oh god, my computer is having a mare. It lost the mouse. So, let's sort that out first. Running. There you go. Now you can see the rev counter. We're all good. So, let's head out and see what the Tartus is like. First time I've driven the Tartus with this rim, and this new wheel set. So, wonder what that will mean for the racing. Oh, there's a bit more weight, that's for sure. Okay, you can really feel what the car's doing on the front end. That front end feel is there. Time for Surtees, arguably the hardest corner of any track on the globe. Now the cool thing I have seen about sim racing system is they have 1 or 2 fixed setup events, which is quite nice because I don't really muck about with setup very often. I know that there's a lot of time to be found in having a good setup. But, oh my goodness, wow, the understeer there was so well, just told me everything I needed to know. That was great. There we go. We're on track. Now clearly this would be wonderful if I had a Formula Rim. I don't, so this is what we have instead. Now from memory I have a setup, because I have done Tartus at Brands Hatch in Race U, but just with the old setup. So I vaguely remember the feel of the game, the feel of the car-track combo. And it should be good fun. I mean, it's always a good laugh. Any kind of low-power Formula car, oh god, is often good. I'm a big fan of low-power Formula cars. They just need you to be careful, and your inputs matter, and they don't do everything for you, and they work at a pace that most people can operate at. Like, you don't need some kind of genius level IQ just to be able to see what's coming up ahead of you. And that's why I think the Tartus, or like any Formula 3 car, is just spot on for sim racing. Cool, that's forceful this. I'm getting a lot more going on. It's a lot stronger too. That's very noticeable in this car. It wasn't so noticeable. Like, I was a bit surprised, I have to say. Oh, it's almost like you break traction, and then you feel it break traction. That's weird. In a good way. Like, just there I felt it break traction, so I can kind of fight my way back into finding that grip again. Oh, going wide. And a very positive paddle shift. There's a real weight behind it, some proper resistance, which is very pleasant too. Right, let's bring it into the pits. See if I have a setup. Whoa, massive understeer feeling there. Woo, goodness me. And then we'll give this a go tonight. So, I think what we'll probably do with these 2 races, these are the Tartus and the GT4, and I imagine I'll probably be quite tired by then. Right, on to the pits. I wonder if yeah, there we go, T1, my test setup. So this is with the setup I trialled and had relative success. I got my first ever online sim racing style podium where there was a field of about 14 or 15. I've never ever managed that. Now that was the last live stream I did, the Race U ranked racing live stream. It was Tartus at Brands Hatch, and I got 2nd place, which I was shocked by, especially since I got spun around in the first lap. So, and that was actually, I got pit manoeuvred. I think it maybe even have been the 2nd lap. So I had a great deal of fun doing this exact setup on the G29, or this exact car combo sort of race experience. So hopefully it's just as enjoyable this time. But yeah, Race U is it's in beta. It's currently free. It looks like it's going to cost $10 a month. You can donate now, but there's no confirmation of price at the moment, so I would hold off. If you donate, you get 2 months free. For every month you donate, you get 2 months in the future. But since there's no price explaining how much it is in the in the future, it seems a bit odd to donate $10 a month, because it could be if it's $5 a month in the future, like you've donated a tenner, you've actually just paid for it rather than gotten something extra out of it. So I'd hold off personally, but that's maybe probably not the way to look at it if you want to see it go ahead and be supported. So, a couple more laps just to get an overall feel again. I'll make sure all the appropriate things are up on the... Oh, sugar. Ooh, okay. Okay, well, we managed to keep that going in the right direction, which was a bit of a pleasant surprise. Virtual camera does need to be on. I do want my lap times. And we will also want the standings. There we go. So you can see there on the Now we should have all the relevant information on screen for when we jump into our ranked racing event, which I know people get very excited by ranked racing. Again, it's not really my love in the sim, but I'm growing to enjoy it more because it's teaching me an awful lot about wheel-to-wheel racing, which I think is very important for having clean races in like friendly league events, like the Potato Nation. You know, all the Saturday racing, I'm trying to be clean, more and more clean, because this is helping me in those wheel-to-wheel situations. So, you definitely have to be more positive with this wheel. Like, you have to just say, yes, I want to go here. Oh god. Or you end up just understeering. But that's the extra force required, and I need to, you know, get used to that and teach myself to drive with this, you know. I think it's going to be quite a fun journey. Oh god, I almost said the word journey again. Going to be quite a fun sort of experience, you know. Sort of relearning a few things and pushing myself a bit harder on a slightly more advanced setup. Thankfully, everything works swimmingly. I've not had any problems at all, apart from when, well, I've had a user error where I accidentally set this wheelbase into Xbox mode whilst it was plugged into my PC, just because I got a bit overexcited and pressed a bunch of buttons all at once, and accidentally hit the exact button combination that turns it into Xbox mode, which means it's no longer compatible with the PC. So I was worried for a moment, but we're all good now. Thankfully, nothing bad came of it. So, oh wow, you get so many more bumps and lumps, and do you know what else I'm loving? No more clickety-clack of the gears in the G29. The old clack, 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 clack sound. I just didn't need that in my life, and I feel, oh my good god, that was close. I feel better off without it. Now I just get vibrations that shake my entire body to the core. Oh, there we go. There is a rhythm to be found. I can't remember what my quick lap times were last time round. I think I was I needed like a 110 or 1.9, sort of just coming out of that corner for it to be a good lap. Oh, hello. You can't just let go on a bumpy track. You remember those days with your G29. I think, do you know what? I think everyone who's had a G29 will have ingrained in them, in their memory, the clackety-clack of the gears. It's just part and parcel of the G29 experience. The clickety-clackety-clack. And it just let you know that something was happening audibly that you probably shouldn't be doing. Whereas this is a lot firmer, a lot more going on, but thankfully it sacrifices a rather loud sound to deliver that. Okay, there we go. That was nice. A lot more like it. Okay, this feels like a fairly clean lap from old memory. Oh, almost spoke too soon. Yeah, 109 coming out of that corner is definitely the kind of time you want to be doing, or that I want to be doing, or have done historically, therefore want to be doing again. I reckon fourth for that final corner too, not third. Okay. Was it 125, I think was my best time, or 124 maybe? Or maybe it wasn't. I don't recall now. Maybe it was 126. Right. Oh, I was just going to say I need to hop out and head into the session in a second. Oh, that was fun. That was a very enjoyable. It's very warm in here now. What am I doing? Exit. That's what I'm doing. Sorry. I'm having a mind blank there. My best lap, 124.4. There you go. So 124 was what I was doing before, after just constantly doing it, I suppose, for a bit of time. So the session will start in 3 minutes at 27.1. Oh, whoo. Okay, yeah, so I've got to be aiming for around that 124 mark, if I can. If I get a sub 25, then I know I've done a good lap. A very good lap. By my standards, sorry. I should be very clear on that. So you'll notice over here, I am a D-rated driver, which is excellent letter choice. But really, it just means that I'm not the worst, but I'm far from the best. So I started last stream at E, where everyone starts, I believe. And worked my way up to D by the end of the stream, which is really cool. The way they do progression is, again, very iRacing-esque, but simplified and probably not quite as intelligent, to be honest, because that's something that iRacing does. You know, it is an industry-leading sim for ranked racing. I don't like the feel of it in the same way as AC, and you know, you can talk about pricing and all that sort of stuff, but it delivers a ranked racing system that is unparalleled currently with what's available in the market. So you have to give it credit for that. This is obviously a community-driven attempt at emulating that experience, which is fantastic. But it clearly doesn't have the same level of financial backing and quite the same number of people interested. So GT3s do really well. I don't like driving GT3s very much, as I mentioned earlier, so I tend to end up in the quiet races. The GT4s and the Tartus stuff. Those are just cars I prefer driving. Which is, you know, to each their own and all those good things. So, we've got a 9 o'clock British summertime start in just a moment. 1 minute and 10 seconds there or thereabouts. Whew. Oh, we're going 2 hours as well, so that's slightly longer than I was anticipating. But I'm having so much fun. Like I say, this first time on this wheelbase and wheel setup has been a genuine pleasure. So, you know, how cool. Excuse me. That's great, but I'm a chicken when it comes to racing with strangers. That's why I set up our servers. Oh, I totally get that. And I was very much in the same boat until not long ago. I was always afraid of impacting other people's races. You know, and I think that's a very rational concern. You know, the last thing I want to do as relatively new to sim racing, right? I've been doing it a couple of months now, say 3 months. The last thing I want to do is ruin someone's time. I want them to have their enjoyable experience, and if that means I go a bit slower and I stay out the way, that's what I do. Now, I should say that's what I did. I'm really trying to push my comfort zone and do more of this sort of stuff. Put myself out there a bit more in open lobby racing or ranked racing servers, because it will enable you to get better at wheel-to-wheel racing. Same here. Yeah, and I totally get it, Eric. It's a very real feeling, and you know, as someone who's naturally rather anxious in those environments anyway, myself, it was like double whammy of not wanting to ruin someone else's day. You know, because this is people's hobby at the end of the day, and I don't want to be the person who sends them, you know, I don't want them sat at their dinner table saying, oh man, I had a shit time playing that game earlier because some dickhead drove into me. The reality of the situation is the only way I'm going to get more comfortable and become better at wheel-to-wheel racing is putting myself out there, racing against reckless people in online servers. You know, racing against total strangers who I don't know what they're like. It's going to help me learn to read situations. It's going to help me learn how to go toe-to-toe with these people in a safe manner that I can then transfer into Potato Nation Spud Club racing, right? So I'm hoping that I can deliver a more enjoyable versus experience, like people going toe-to-toe with me, by putting myself out there and trying these things. And it's so much easier said than done if you're anxious or a little on edge about these sorts of things, for sure. I totally respect that. But I think as long as you're positive, and this is what I always try and do, so you'll see in a moment, when I start these online lobbies, I'll always say good luck, I'll always say have a good race, and I'll always say thank you at the end, regardless of whether there was incidents or otherwise, because it sets the tone, right? You're letting those people know that at the end of the day, you're there for a good experience, and you hope to have that shared experience with another group of individuals, right? Not there to wreck people, not there to just win it all, because, you know, some people are, and some people will just plough into people or pit maneuver them in order to win and all that sort of stuff. It doesn't happen often, but it happens. And the last thing you want to do is give off that impression as an individual. So for me, it's a case of, this is an environment in which I can learn to get better. I will always approach it in the same way. If someone spins me, I will try and temper my frustration. You know, bring it down a notch. Say, you know, this shit happens and all that sort of stuff. Chalk it up to an experience and crack on, you know. Ultimately, this is making me better. I feel it. The last Spud Club race I did, which one was that? Oh, I've missed the last couple of weekends, unfortunately. Maybe it was the F1, not last week, not Zandvoort, that was a nightmare. But the one before that, I really felt more comfortable. And that was a real treat. So I'm hoping I can get the same here. Now, one of the problems with Race U, and I say this every time we log on, is that the server wait period, right, is frustratingly long. If one person's out on track, it really... oh, there we go. Every time as I start complaining about it, it sets up Spa. Exactly that, Spa. I felt like I could really go for it in Spa, which was really pleasant. Really cool to be able to do that. So, it's experiences like this that are enabling me to do that. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to stick on the softs and do some qualifying times, see how we shape up against these. It's quite a small lobby, and this is a perfect experience, right? So if you don't want the... You know, you're not going to necessarily get fields of like 50 people in some of these servers. So for a rookie, for a beginner, it's a great opportunity. So there's 6 of us here, 4 of us even, who have signed in. So not quite enough in my opinion. I think 10's the sweet spot. I think if you can get 10 people, you're onto a winner. Because it's enough to have some good racing, but it's not too much to be overwhelming, right? So if you can hop onto a small server, practice a bit of wheel-to-wheel, and see how you get on, you'll, I think you'll thank yourself for pushing your boundaries. I know that, again, I've been really keen to push those boundaries, and I'm really grateful that I did, because it's enabling me to just try and be more comfortable and get more out of a simulator. It's another way to enjoy it that, as I mentioned earlier on, ranked racing and hardcore racing is not really my vibe. I much prefer just driving around. But this stuff is conditioning me to enjoy it a bit more. I've not raced with any of these guys before. Every now and again you get sort of same old kind of fellas. These are all new to me. So we'll see how we fare with the new setup. Oh, good lord. At Brands in the Tartus. Oh, come on. There we go. Now we're cooking. So we're up to 5. Again, it's not a packed server. I said 4th for that corner, didn't I? Yeah, definitely. Not a packed server, but there should be enough, and hopefully enough of a skill sort of gap, or not too much of a skill gap, that we'll all get some good racing in. Wouldn't that be lovely? Oh, goodness me. That is fantastic. Please don't pull out. I'm coming through. The only thing I will say is you get serious trust issues. So I spend a lot of my time being overly cautious when people rejoin tracks, because the track rejoining in online lobbies is often leaves a bit to be desired, shall we say. But it could be worse, right? It could be worse. Oh. Okay. So let's see if we can pull together a clean banker lap and then really give the next one a bit of a good go. So I think banker lap to start. Nothing too drastic. Just try and keep it clean. Put something on the board. See what, excuse me, on the board? And see where everyone else ends up. And then really push on the next lap. So you can see here, I'm certainly not roaring around here with a 27. So let's go ragged edge now. Let's see what we can do. Okay, that was much, much better through there. I certainly felt it anyway. Trying to just... Oh, that's the best I've ever taken. Well, this is... I tell you what, this setup is helping me with 30s. It's a track I hate. Sorry, a corner I hate. I love Brands Hatch. I'm not keen on 30s. But... rotate. Come on. I know I can go quicker through there. Get that car rotating in there. Want to keep it in triple figures. Down into third. Much faster. Love that flow. What a fantastic track. I don't think we'll be up in first. But we should be, oh, excuse me, quicker than the last lap. There we go, 25, that's more like it. Let's see if we can't improve on that further still. Oh, run a bit wide there, had to come off the accelerator. Not sure that's much quicker. Ran a fraction wide there. Looks pretty close between me and the chap behind though. So we could get some good racing at least. And that's what it's all about. It's about, like I say, getting that wheel-to-wheel experience. That's what I'm loving Race U for. So let's keep pushing on. Let's see what we can do. Oh dear, you definitely shouldn't hit the accelerator more than once, in the words of Jackie Stewart. Don't press the accelerator until you don't want to take your foot off again. Or just do whatever. Oh, fuck. One dipped a wheel. Don't move, don't move. And head back to pits. Damn it. Dipped a wheel in the grass there. Really felt the consequence. But I knew exactly what was going on. So that was good. It was cool to get... Ah, I'm overfueled. I'm way overfueled. That's camera. Not what I wanted to press. There we go, back to pits. I'm rocking like 30 some litres there, when the reality is I've only got time for another 2 laps, so let's go super light fuel, out lap, and then full send for 1 lap. Alright, let's see if that makes much of a difference. It should do. You know, I've dropped like half the weight in fuel, so fingers crossed that helps pick up a little bit of time. Ooh, it's incredibly warm in here. Goodness me, it's damn close. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look how close the racing is. I know it's not a strong field, clearly, not a big field, but should be good fun. Looking forward to this. I've not done Race U in over a week now, so I kind of quite excited. Need to be a bit ballsier through there. Nope. Can't really afford to go off here. I really need to build up to 1 godlike lap. I certainly don't expect it, but that's what I need to be aiming for. So all this build-up is for 1 sodding good go. So let's really focus on getting this. Oh god. Oh, I've sacrificed a bit of speed there. Not ideal, but we are where we are. This is it. Let's do this. Turn. Ran a bit wide there, definitely lost a bit of time. Come on, clip the apex, follow through, there we go. Nice and tidy. Keeping it tidy. just need to be able to trust myself a bit more to really start applying the accelerator a bit sooner there. Come on, let's wring this Tartus's neck. Bit slow through there, could have carried more speed. Definitely could have carried more speed through there. I think I'm down actually on where I was last time. Not ideal. Oh, wow. I mean, it'd be nice if we can just nail this last corner. Oh, I'm not sure I've nailed it, but we're giving it a damn good go. 24-4, 25-4, sorry. Not too bad. Not too bad. That's good enough to begin with. Let's head back to the pits. An improvement. Obviously taking a bit of fuel out. Made a few errors, but that's okay. Haven't got time to go around and do another one. Didn't have the fuel either. So, we know where we sit roughly. I am willing to share a setup. How do I share a setup? Let me load in this one. Always about you know, trying to be a positive influence. I don't mind sharing my incredibly average setup. Basically, the only thing I've done is change the wing a little bit and added the right fuel. There we go. Like I say, positive experience. That's what we want to provide. Positive experience. It's something. Whew. It's sodding warm. Be interested to see who goes for what tyres here in the race. It was some way off the leader. I've never done a 23 or that low of a 24, so I think realistically we should be aiming for third. There or thereabouts, you know. I mean, you never know, 1 and 2 could have an absolute disaster, and it's been known to happen. Especially in AC. Okay. And then we send a nice little best of luck all message. Let everyone know that we're there for a fun time. Not a long time, just a fun time. Right. Here we go. So this is it. This is Race U. Welcome aboard. Another ranked race. New setup. The incredibly smooth and wonderful Alcantara that I need to protect with gloves. These horrible, rotten, grubby mitts all over it. Terrible. Shouldn't be having that at all. Gonna have to get in contact with a certain someone. Okay. So. Whew, here we go. 6 red lights. And it's go, go, go. Now, I always take it easy in this... Whoa, hello. Don't know what the fuck happened there, but... I'm pretty sure I was just holding my line, so I don't imagine that was my fault. I tried to keep it clean, if anything, for fear of getting punted around. I think the front two are going to be sailing away. I don't know how... Oh, I think I'm in a bit of a interesting situation here. I'm sure the guys behind will start to catch up, but at the moment, it's a bit of no man's land, and the front two have come together. What did I say before we started the race? It's been known to happen. And that's why you don't give up, you always try. And now I just need to try and be consistent. Stay calm, enjoy the race. And, yeah, try not to overthink this shit. Oh god, I've overthought this. Okay, Ryan Thomas. So this guy seems fucking rapid. Well, he takes a very different line through there. Just sailed away, in fact. Fucking hell, he's gone. So I feel like a lot of my lines are a bit too tight. Good luck and enjoy the poo out of it. Thank you very much, Eric. So I feel like a lot of my driving lines seem to be a little bit too narrow on entry. This guy is doing a lot more sweeping than I am. So something I just need to be, I guess, aware of. Oh god, I've target fixation. Just following him in there for a moment. A very brief moment. Oh god. Whew. Calm it down. Calm it down. It's a long old race. A race you cannot win early. I was hoping I'd rather be able to get a good exit out of there, but I didn't. My mind was in the right place, just my capability wasn't there. So my intention was to sort of go for a bit of a switchback. I'll see if I can just follow this guy round. Yeah, I was sort of trying a bit of a switchback there, but I think he covered it off pretty well for a start, and I didn't really take anywhere near enough speed through there, so it's very hard to pull off a switchback if you've oh shit, if you're the slow car. Just a slow driver. Now, I have seen this guy make a mistake or two, so you never know. There could be another one coming. So in the meantime, we focus on keeping it clean and seeing how quick we can go. Oh, wow. My arms are getting so much more of a workout than they did with the G29. Oh shit. Oh, that was incredibly close. Now I wonder how much setup work I can do to improve the feel of this car. I quite like how it drives, but that doesn't mean it's fast at all. It normally means quite the opposite, in fact, to be honest with you. Let's just focus on that consistency. But maybe a little bit quicker than that, please. Whew. Oh man, I reckon this would be properly cracking with the old Formula Rim. I just need to be patient, grab one of those, and I can have an awful lot of fun in this kind of environment, I think. Well, I mean, some people have just totally rage quit, so that's interesting. There's only a few people left. So let's make it a bit of a target. Let's see if I can't, A, learn how to go a bit quicker. And B, let's try and hold off this guy behind with some solid and fair defensive driving. It's not something I'm very good at. I often panic. In fact, I regularly, oh shit, panic when driving defensively. So I'm going to try and just do a good job of that for a change. That was a bit quicker than usual. I like that. Alright, so just got to try and remember the important things of owning an apex, focusing on the exit, and you know, just making sure that I can still carry speed myself. You know, it's not just about making it difficult for your opponent, I guess. It's about trying to maintain a level of speed in your own sort of lap, you know. Otherwise you end up getting embroiled in something that makes you inherently slow. Now, this guy is quicker than me, about 2 seconds a lap, maybe a second and a half a lap quicker than me, so I'd be happy to defend him for at least a lap. You know, if he's within half a second and we keep him within half a second for a lap or so, I'd be quite pleased with that. Clearly I'm slow through there. Okay. So we're going to cover off the inside at Surtees. Just try and own the apex. Make it a challenge for him, but he's got some serious overspeed on me there. I didn't want to punt him off. I was very weak there. Again, weak in my defence, unfortunately. But hopefully we can just stay with him, try and apply a bit of pressure. Oh, fuck. Dirty air. Forgot about dirty air. That's a thing. Pressure applied. I mean, he'll catch back up to me if he sets his mind to it, so this race is far from over. I'm unbelievably warm. My television is basically like an open log fire. The harsh reality of not having a dedicated monitor and using an old school television, which doubles up as a sort of a sauna heat provider. That was a bit slow, a bit pedestrian through there. And again, not the tidiest lap, it has to be said. Who's this? Ah, that must be Di. Having a tough time of it, it would seem, but hey, we all start somewhere. And the good thing is he was very responsible with his rejoin, which a lot of people aren't early doors. So I think if that's something you can really learn to nail, then you're going to make friends. Let's turn in. Now I have gone for the medium compound of tyre because it lasts quite a bit longer than the softs in AC, and the thing it does best is if you make a mistake and light up the rears and have a spin, the soft is very hard to bring back to an operating temperature that is vaguely normal. The medium doesn't have that problem. Not quite the same way anyway. Not in quite the same way. So I tend to err on the side of safety. Grab the mediums. And go from there. want to be trying to carry triple figures through there as well if I can. I know I should be able to through here. I haven't, but I should be able to. Come on. It's a cracking track, Brands Hatch, when you get into a rhythm, and I really do wish. It's like I was saying with the rally sort of stuff, like not too long ago. Like the thing I want to be able to do is just hop in a car and get in that flow, and I'm getting better at it, but I'm nowhere near there. But it's hell of a feeling when you just pull together a lap that feels seamless, and feels perfect. And I know you can't have perfect, really. You can always improve. But you just, in that moment, it feels perfect, you know? And I'd settle for that, so. There's also an enormous moth outside. Very distracting and in my eye line. Let's try not to think about it. Let's focus on the wonderful holy force feedback that has been that is being presented to me with this new setup. That was quicker. Oh, really pushing the edge there. Love that. Love that. Oh, gone wide. Gone wide. Keep it straight. Keep it straight. Shit. Pushing a little bit too hard, it would seem. So I have definitely lost a bit of front wing. Not ideal. Now need to learn how the car handles and need to let the temperatures come back to their operating window. Probably takes about half a lap on the mediums. Bit annoyed there. Don't often make that kind of enormous error. I like to think of myself as slow but consistent. And now we've got a bit of understeer. So, back to trying to figure out sort of how to just keep this guy behind. I think will be a little bit more of a challenge now. Let's just reset, refocus, calm down. Okay. Okay, here we go. It's also, I'm genuinely like dripping at the moment. It's not good. The poor Alcantara. I'm sorry. Oh no. I'm glad I lifted there. You're not supposed to, but glad I did. Oh god, I cost myself about 15 miles an hour through there. Quite unbelievable, the speed differential. There we go, that's nice and calm. Okay, so Spiros is just behind. And we know he's got pace, because he sailed past me last time. So let's try to give a firm but fair defence this time. Let's see how we get on. I have a feeling it's going to be a toughie. Whew. My gosh, it's warm. Turn in. Come on, right end. Bite. Right, 9.5 minutes or thereabouts. You can do it. Oh man. Maybe if I don't think of old what's his face. Oh please no. Ah! That was not helpful at all. Okay, well that I don't think was really my doing. Oh well. These things happen. Head down and focus on the car ahead, although I am slightly damaged now. Whew, was not expecting that. an unfortunate series of events. But I tell you what, that doesn't mean it's over yet. Old Spiros could make an error, or I could miraculously find some pace and try and pull this back from what was an unfortunate circumstance that I really don't know if I could have foreseen. Just need to be a bit more aggressive now, because the other chap is six odd laps down on the leader. So really, it's fighting for effectively last of the guys on the lead lap. So I need to try, if I can, present a threat to this chap. Oh, I've run a bit wide there. That's not presenting a threat. That's just sailing wide. Or bowling a wide, as we would say in the UK. Whew. Get in there, come on. Alright, 3.5 seconds at the end of this lap. So let's see where we're at the end of the next lap. See how much damage is costing me against my Delta, and then... Oh god! A huge lock-up? Oh, it was someone else. I was very distracted there. I thought that was the guy I'm chasing down. It wasn't, though. So I let off the accelerator a bit there, thinking, hang on a second. And now Spiros is, well, I've closed the gap. Presumably he did something similar. Oh, Spiros has gone for a Spinos. That was not a good pun, but it's opened up the door. And with 6 minutes to go, I reckon if I can keep this clean, we're good. We are good news bears. Okay, let's hope for no more incidents. And plenty more clean racing. The other guy, Ryan Thomas, has sailed away because of, well, for probably various reasons, one of which is pace, for sure. Get in. Come on. Whew. Okay. Okay, probably should have been a bit more aggressive on the power there, but it could have been worse. Currently 12 seconds ahead of Spiros, which is good, since he was lapping much quicker than I was. It proves that it's not all about raw pace. Sometimes it's about a bit of consistency. Oh god, which he says as I was about to spear into some sand. Nothing like a self-commentator's curse. Happens all the time. Excuse me. Okay, dip the nose in. Absolutely lovely. Rattle through the gears. I mean, Ryan Thomas is clearly pulling probably a second a lap on me at the moment. Probably nearer 2, actually. But in my defence, I have taken some damage, which happens, clearly. Oh god, presumably this is die. We'll just be a little cautious. Oh god! Okay, that was an interesting tactic. Thank you for that. I don't know if he just absolutely speared me on purpose there, or if he doesn't really know what's going on, but that was a little unfortunate. I wasn't expecting to be totally rear-ended, and that is what he said. Or she said, I guess. I mean, it's both. It's valid both ways. But I moved over to the left. I gave plenty of space. I even broke late to avoid an absolute spearing. But, you know, some people just are that way inclined. And these things happen. Still, it's left me a nice challenge because Spiros is now just 6 seconds behind. And he was lapping 1.5 seconds quicker in practice and qualifying. So in theory, if I can keep this on the grey stuff, we should be okay. Big in theory. Right. So probably a couple of laps left. Maybe three. 3 laps to go, I would have thought. Good news for the fuel. At least we've got plenty of fuel. Oh, rotate. Thank you. God, I love this new wheel. The fidelity is there. I can feel when the car is telling me to come off the accelerator or saying it's fine for it to be pressed a little harder. It's just there. It's nice to have that information. I'm thoroughly enjoying this experience. And I'm thoroughly enjoying having you guys along with me. Once again, very much appreciated. Can't say it enough. It adds a layer of company to this environment, this sim racing environment, and yeah, it doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you. Oh, down through the gears. Let's go. Probably 2 to go. He's gaining on me probably about a second a lap, it would seem. It's hard to tell sometimes. Oh god, sometimes with these intervals. Whew. Go with the camber. There we go. One thing I have noticed is I'm not very decisive on the brake. Other people seem to be a lot more decisive on the brake. I really ease into it and then ease off of it, which is just costing me time for sure. It's funny how the more you do stuff like this, the more you start to realise just those little things that you can improve. And well, I'm sure there are other things too, but that one always stands out to me just because I've seen how decisive other people can be in braking, and I guess naturally I'm a fraction indecisive as it is anyway, so oh god. Yeah, good thing I didn't keep it planted there. Last time I did that we ended up losing a bit of the front wing, so this next lap will be the last lap. Let's finish strong. I'm actually holding the gap behind, it would seem, so there or thereabouts. I don't think it's really gaining on me that much, which is fantastic, really. Really happy with that. This guy was well ahead of me in quali pace. So, possibly tyre wear, possibly out-strategied him in terms of using the medium rather than the soft. I don't know. I didn't see what he was using. Possibly just been a bit easier on them either way, because I've tried to avoid spinning and I've not been overly aggressive. Ooh, my wrists. Absolute workout. Ooh. Okay, let's just bring it home. Nice and steady. God, that moth outside is enormous. Looks like it's eaten a cat or something. It's huge. It's hard not to look at. Nope, focus. Don't look at the moth. Largely irrelevant creature. As long as it doesn't come inside anyway, in which case it becomes very relevant to my mood. And there you have it. That was it. That was it. Oh, my wrists. Some tweaking on angles, perhaps, I think, for prolonged. I feel like I need to be a little bit more, maybe a little bit too angular upright. Whew. Okay. Well, that was that. Wow. Whew. I am knackered. And, when's the next one start? 3 minutes. It's a half an hour race. I tell you what, I've got my spanner and my Allen key here, so we're going to do some live stream rig adjustment. Just going to slack off a little and then just lower it a fraction, because I set it up without the wheel on there, to be fair. Oh, cheers, Eric. I appreciate the kind words. It was good fun, really good fun. I just need to think of my wrists. So if I can just drop the... get to a more flat angle. What do we reckon about that? It's also a fraction too close, but I can't go any further back, to be quite honest. So, okay. Tighten it up. I think we will do this next one, and then yeah, we'll do the next one, and then we'll call it a night. So we've got GT3 Porsche GT4 Clubman, or whatever it is. And we are... Oh, you've signed up for Race U. That's fantastic to hear, Eric. I hope you have a pleasant experience with it. I know that a couple of... people will all have mixed experiences. Mine has largely been positive, which is, I think, good. I don't know. I also don't know what the popularity is like over in the States in terms of server... I know Racestream is quiet in the States quite often during the evenings. How's that? It's slightly more... relaxed. We'll see how we go. Yeah, so like I say, give it a bash. Let me know how you get on with it. Like I say, mixed experiences for some, but I've had nothing but positive. So that again, that's one guy and one guy's experiences. Apart from in that race getting speared, I have a suspicion that was someone not very happy with the race. So I mean, you get that in other things too, right? It shouldn't happen, but it does. You know, these things do happen. I accept that. While my speed rating is tanking, tanking, at 99.7 on the speed rating, so I'm just below average. Whew. What a lot of heat. Happens everywhere. Yeah, it does, and that's the thing, right? It's not exclusive to Race U. Let's hop in this GT4. Ooh. I've been enjoying the soundtrack, I have to say. It's this. I found it probably a week and a half ago and started using it last week. It's just a bit more lively than the last one I used. Now, I think this is only hard compound tyre. Don't like quite too much ABS. Now, this would be a really good test. Have I got a setup? No. A really good test, because Porsches are a really odd car to drive, in my opinion. I've never enjoyed driving them that much because of where the weight ends up being over the back, and it's lazy. It feels a really cumbersome car to drive. However, I wonder how different it'll be now with the different force feedback feelings. So obviously we'll give it a damn good go, and fingers crossed it adds a little more feel to the car, because like I say, I've always felt like Porsches handle a bit lazily. Now there's a challenge in that, and that challenge in of itself is quite interesting and quite enjoyable. But yeah, never iconically been my favourite. Oh, hang on a second, suspension geometry doesn't look quite right. Oh, someone's revving it. Okay, there we go. Now that's nice and even. I just wanted to even up those camber numbers. It was bugging me. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Goodness, almost 3 hours. I mean, this will be my longest stream to date after the end of this race, which is yeah, crazy, really. Hard to believe, actually. I've just been really enjoying the experience, I think. That's a testament to my enjoyment with the new setup. You know, I think really the fact that I just don't really want to stop. The reason I'm going to have to stop is because I've got a relatively early start in the morning for work. So, you know, I can't stay up all night doing this. Hence why this will probably be my final race. But ooh, let's see what other people are talking about in the chat. Ah, someone's left, and that's about it. Looks like a relatively large field in comparison to the last one. Oh, Ryan Thomas is back in. Well, he was in the old... he was the guy who won the Tartus race. And you often find that. People hop in and out of various... oh, blast. Disciplines. Sometimes people will just focus on that one discipline, almost on its own. Sometimes people will jump around. And, yeah, I think, from memory, the last time I did some racing, I had a good couple of battles with the same people in Tartus. And that was really cool, actually, to go through a couple of different Tartus races and almost get to know how someone drives. You know, total stranger. Like one guy, I remember, he was incredibly aggressive. And so you just know to give that person the space they require to do the moves they feel they need to do, and then you can pick them off later on when they make an error, because aggressive people tend to be slightly more error prone. And then I raced against one chap who just didn't make a mistake. It was really hard to pass him. Because he just, you know, just wasn't doing anything wrong. So we'll see how we go tonight. We'll see how we go. This is, again, a different track, the Nürburgring GP. I believe I did this around the Nordschleife last time. And that was a real challenge. I've also done Porsche GT4s around Spa was the other one I've done. So this will be slightly different. The GP circuit. Hopefully it's got the GT chicane. I don't know yet. I like the GT chicane. You can be a bit more aggressive through it. The GP chicane is, well, a little bit more intensive. And again, as I was saying earlier on, the wait times can sometimes be a little bit long, so please bear with. It's slightly frustrating, but it is how it is. Can I drop the ride height a little bit? Ah, why not? Ordinarily, dropped ride height means speed, so let's do that. Nice. Okay. 15 seconds to go, then we're into qualifying in the Porsche Club and GT4. Ooh, that was a little... Alright, just some stitching. Which is wonderfully done, actually. I have to say, the build quality. I'm reluctant to do a review because there are a number of good reviews already out there. But I will say that this wheel is very well made. It surpassed all my expectations for quality. I'm going to let the people go ahead, give them a couple of seconds, and then I'll jump out myself. Invariably it becomes... There you go, yellow flag shit show for a bit. Oh, yes. I do love that bang, that transmission explosion. Is quite noticeable. Whoa, that's some slightly stronger than usual forces there. Whoa, hello. Oh, come on. Understeer City. Probably needs to be in second coming out of here. Well, like I say, Porsches don't really suit my driving style, so we'll see how we fare. Oh, go on. Oh, hello. That's feisty. Wheel looks great. Love the colours on the panels. Yeah, they are striking. That much can be said. It's very, like I say, just a really surprisingly good build quality. I wasn't expecting it, I have to say. When I saw the fact that it was bottom of the range for Fanatec, I just assumed that it wasn't going to be very good. But the Alcantara feels fantastic. The stitch work is very neat and tidy. The quality of just, I guess the weight is just about right. And these paddles are very firm. The shift is firm. You just feel like you get what you paid for in a good way, you know? Not in the negative sense. God, that is an almighty explosion. An all-round pleasant experience, I have to say. The only thing that's frustrating about Fanatec is the import duty, but that's not their fault. Oh my god, it's the GP. Ah, fuck. So it's not the it's not the GT chicane, as we now know. So this is the GP circuit version. And let's see what we can do round the Nürburgring GT circuit. GP circuit. As we just found out, need to be a little bit more attentive there, Callum. Oh, turn. Oh no, yeah, I know. Not ideal. Rotate, rotate. There we go. Just need to be a bit more aggressive on the brakes in the corner. Now that I know I can catch little slip and slides like that, I can't be afraid of using the brake to help rotate this car because it is lazy otherwise. That felt very nice. Very nice indeed. Come on. Get in there. I am going to err on the side of caution. Obviously, it's me. But I would like to get one or two, well, certainly one. Oh god, airs on the side of caution right off into the gravel. Let this guy crack on. Need to brake sooner for that corner, it would appear. I thought I left plenty of space, but I clearly did not. Oh wow, there's a good strength and force feedback with this Porsche. I do feel like the wheel height is much better now as well. It's not quite off at such a... Oh shit, 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 shit. Quite the elevated angle that it was before. Okay. Whew. It's so warm. Let's do this. Okay. I need to just... it doesn't feel like a U. Oh, come on. A toy. Oh, right. I was going to say. 100% it doesn't feel like a toy. You couldn't put it better. That's exactly it. It feels like a steering wheel. It's so much bigger as well. I love that. I absolutely love that. It's the right size for my hands. It's the right size for my arms. It feels like a steering wheel. Feels, not like you say, not like a toy, which is good. Oh, go on. Tyres were not best pleased there. Whew. Okay. Now we know we need to brake a little earlier. I definitely put a little too much emphasis on entry speed. Oh, hello. Is there a reason we're going this slow here? Please don't hit me, please don't hit me, please don't hit me. Oh my god, huge errors everywhere. That won't be the cleanest of laps, unfortunately. Damn keyboard. I'm going to let this guy go after this lap because once I've got a clean lap, there's little point in me holding someone up. Whoa, that was close. Oh, hello. He's just stopped. Okay. Never mind then, I guess. Oh, come on. Get down into first to rotate. So I'm some way off the pace, it would appear. Oh, hello. God, right between gears there. Right between gears. Feels very bizarre. Let's see if we can do any better. Just shave a second or so off. A second or two would be nice. Oh, hello, angry engine. Turn and accelerate. There we go. There we go. Whew. Here we go. Man, I love AC. It's such a great simulator. Uh-oh, my television's about to turn off. I wish the settings could change. I've tried every setting on this TV to stop that happening. And I can't find a single one that works. Oh well, I'll get a monitor at some point soon and then I won't have to flip and worry about it. Could probably take third through there, to be honest. But, you know, I haven't, so. That felt a bit more slick. Enjoyed that. Enjoyed that. Let's make this a doozy. Bit more aggressive on the brakes in that chicane as well, so hopefully that's a good sign. Okay, come on, drive to the line, go, 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 go. All right, that's more like it. Now I'm near other people's lap times. I'm not there yet, but we're near it, and near it is better than miles away. And we've got one more lap to try and improve. Let's do this. God, that bit back there, didn't it? Goodness me. Come on, you lazy, stupid porker. There we go. Turn in. I feel like this Porsche could go on a diet or something. It does feel very cumbersome. Right. Okay, the traction control means you can boot it in some corners, right. Now that's been duly noted. Let's see if we can't get a bit of a flow on for this second half of the lap and just try and shave off half a second. Half a second would be absolutely delightful. Nice, 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 nice. Just one heavy braking zone, really important to go. Take that relatively narrow. I mean, we gain time on the car ahead. That's a good sign. Come on. Turn in, you pig. No. That moment will have cost me some serious time there. Bollocks. Well, I would have saved about half a second, so I can't be disappointed with that. I mean, I'm nowhere near the top, but that was really enjoyable. That was a very good session, a very fun session. Let's drop the rear ride height a bit, shall we? Got it. Some in hand. Now, in terms of fuel, 16 laps. It's taking me 2 minutes. The race is, what, half an hour long? It's taking me, yeah, I mean, that's perfect. 15 laps is probably, 16 laps is safe, right? So 30 litres is probably about right. Here we go. We're set up then. So we've got the tyres we need. We've got enough fuel. We've got some ABS in there. We've got the brake bias where we want it. We're happy days. So, let's get ready. There are 11 people taking the grid. I wonder if Ryan Thomas just starts from the back to give himself a challenge, because he absolutely smashed everyone last race. Let's see how he does in the Porsche. Alright. Oh, I'm loving this. Okay. Whew. Just get rid of some of that liquid concentration. Okay, here we go. Lights are grey. Let's do this. Right. 6 red lights. And it's go, go, go. What a classic. Right. Just watch out for the absolute shit show that happens ahead. Oh god, oh god. That was close. Cold tyres almost sent me into a pretty outrageous spin. It's clear that some of that is happening up ahead. Fuck me. Oh, that was close. Did I just pushed him on in a straight line. Exceptional. Oh no. Oh, I'm gutted by that. I felt very, very happy with where I was heading there. And then, unfortunately, some guy overcooked it and ended up going right in front of me. My bonnet is now flapping in the wind. Not an ideal aerodynamic design choice. So, instead now we focus on, can we take anyone, not take anyone out, can we take on anyone? Move our way up through the grid. Oh, I've overcooked it. He got me on the old switcheroo. You'll love to see it. Good racing. Good, clean racing. Thank you, Jose. I don't know if anyone here has ever listened to The Lonely Island. I got into them quite a bit when I was younger. Not because they were good, but because it was funny. And they did a, oh my lord, car park. They did a song about Jose Fonseca. Oh, fucking hell, guys. Oh, God. And Mark Maguire. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. And there's a line in the song which is just, my name is Jose, and I'm Mark. And that's pretty much like 50% of the song. Younger. I know. Believe it or not, I was younger once. Smash Brothers, that's it. That's exactly it. Yeah. It was all about their unscrupulous tactics in baseball. And how Jose Fonseca has sort of outed everyone who was taking steroids at the time, despite being a steroid user himself, as he professed. Now, I don't really follow baseball, but I thought it was quite an interesting story. and it was incredibly like era appropriate for these guys to be these huge muscly guys, you know, to be on steroids in sport. I think there was a lot of it going around in various sports, you know, all sorts of sports. Everyone knew about the steroids, I'm sure they did. But they did an entire album called, I think it's called Smash Brothers, and it's basically just mostly following Jose Canseco, but there's a bit of Mark Maguire in there too. About bashing their like forearms together or something, which is hilarious too. Anyway, Smash Brothers aside, this has actually been some pretty damn good racing so far. I think apart from some silly rejoins from some, you know, less than aware individuals, it's been cracking. That guy's slightly over broke there, I think, so I can possibly outbrake this chap. I think that's what I'm getting from that. And if I feel like I can outbrake someone, then I've got an opportunity for a move there. So here's a great chance now. Let's boot it. There we go. Nice and clean on the inside. That's actually, yeah, exactly that. Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love that. No high fives. Forearm bashes only. This guy's obviously taken a slightly different line to me here. Oh shit! Oh god. Okay, if that was G29 era, I was not catching that. Just cover off the apex and then floor it. Let other people worry about getting past you. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can rein in Rodrigo Contreras. Contreras? I can't really read quick enough. And drive. Oh, huge loss of the back end behind us. From Jose Sons or Sanz? Not sure. It's not Science, there's no I know that much. I say I know that much, I bet it's Science now. But Rodrigo Contreras is ahead. I won't try an accent because I just won't get it right. Nice, nice. I think this guy is starting to eke out a gap now, so it'd be good to have a good chicane here and see if we can really start to pull it back in. Plenty of race distance left to run. Okay, yes, he is not. Okay, he does not get that chicane right. Use the slipstream. Okay, I've gone the inside, so brake early. Oh, look at this, wheel to wheel. What a fantastic bit of racing. Oh, I loved that. That was so good. So clean. I literally went round a corner side by side with someone and they didn't wipe me out. That is fantastic. Oh, what a buzz. Right. Let's keep on him. Let's get that again. He was a little bit cleaner through there than I was. Fuck! Ran wide. Oh, someone's gone through on the inside there. now there's someone there on my outside. Oh, that was foolish. Oh, the tyres. Whew. It is bloody warm. Come on. Oh, they touched. Bloody hell, it's close. What a fantastic four-way battle for, I don't know, 5th or 6th or something. Oh, God. I overreacted big style there. That was all me. I got a bit put off by the chap in front of me. And it cost me the race there. Or cost me a good race, I should say. Oh, damn it. Unfortunately, the guy in front of me broke really heavily when I was not expecting it. Now, that's my own fault. I should have read the situation. And at the time, I was moving across, so I started applying a lot of brake under a lateral movement. So, unfortunately, my car went wildly out of control there. Through no fault of, through my own fault. No one else's fault but my own. So now it's just a case of, yep, that happened. Let's chase down Jose. And then I can go after the rest. There is no mark, but there is a mic, so I will take that. Just give him a bit of room here. Oh! Well, Rodrigo has dropped back, it would seem. Come on, we can fight away from last place. 20 minutes left to go. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. We are well within reach of these guys ahead. And I reckon I've actually possibly got pace on at least one of these two. I would suggest possibly both. I feel like I do anyway. I'm just not a good overtaker, clearly. Or judge of what other people do. But I do feel like in terms of raw pace, I might have the edge here. So let's try and utilise that. Certainly try and close the gap in the chicane, as I have done so far a few times. Nice, 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 nice. There we go. Just focus on getting a good exit from this corner. Like that, there we go, there's one. There's one. On to Rodrigo. It's amazing how we can have two people can have such different lines on that same corner. And I think they were comparable. Oh, Rodrigo! An oversteer moment. It's common in the Porsche, let's be fair. Oh, massive understeer. The guy behind me had target fixation, so just followed me off as per. You'll love to see it. Right, dip the nose in. Let's chase down Ross. Eyes forward. Eyes on the prize. Let's go. 17 minutes to make up, probably about 5 or 6 seconds. As long as I can keep it clean, I fancy my chances. Here we go. I feel like third is the gear for this corner. Yeah, 100%. I've been changing down to second, and that has been 100% costing me time there. Much better flow to that. There we go. Now we're gapping Jose and Rodrigo. We go. Focus on the front. Woo! Oh, gone a bit wide there, so let's just try and round off that. There we go. Early on the power. Make up for the running wide. Ooh, I think we might need an error from Ross in order to catch him, to be fair, but we'll see. Always worth a go. Oh, Rodrigo has done the rage quit. Which is a shame. We had some good racing there, to be fair. I'm very much a firm believer in the school of no rage quit. Because you just never know what could happen. Sure, there are likely and unlikely outcomes. But you do genuinely, you know, unless you can tell the future, which if you can, I'd suggest you spend more time filling in lottery tickets than playing sim racing games. You know, unless you can tell the future, you just never know. The guy in front could spin out. We could end up very close with a lap to go, so why not put myself in the best possible position to be able to capitalise on that potential opportunity, you know? Even if it might seem unlikely. Ooh, come on. Come on. I've also got a leaky eye. Classic hay fever life. Rotate. Lovely. Lovely. There we go. Oh, smooth. Not fast, but very smooth. Come on. Whew. That was my first like clear lap, and I just did a PB. That's what we like to see. That's a PB in racing conditions. Oh, rotate. Come on, you Porsche. Nice, nice. I don't know. I think the gap is growing between myself and Ross, but I'm certainly putting time into Jose, so that's something. I've found my spot, if that makes sense. You can see how many people have given up. I mean, this was, what, 13, 14 people to start with, and we're down to 7. Poor effort, guys, poor effort. Okay. We are well over halfway, heading into the final third of racing. We have closed the gap ahead in that last lap, judging by the track map. certainly appeared closer. I don't know whether that was a good lap by me, a poor lap by him, or... Oh, well, there we go. We're into the 212s. That's good news. Finally, broken into the 212s. So let's just try and stay consistent with that newfound speed. Woohoo! All right. Oh, and look at that! What did I say about being consistent? Thank you very much for waiting. I very much appreciate that, Mr. Ross. And there you go, 10 minutes to go. Ross has made an error. We have capitalised. And okay, we're not fighting for the win. We're just fighting for pride. But pride matters, I guess. I can just hope that that knocks his confidence slightly and buys me a lap or two to try and build a gap here. Because I could just do with it, to be honest. I have a feeling this guy is a bit quicker than I am on the whole, so he's just maybe had one or two bad laps, which has enabled me to come back into range, as opposed to genuinely being there on pace and pace alone. So, oh, he's broken much later than me into the chicane there. He's pulled back a lot of time. Goodness gracious me. It would be fair to assume that he is then better on the brakes than I am, so let's be careful heading into the first corner. Whew. Close racing with Ross. He is right there behind us. Just keep it tidy. See if I can do a better job of defending than I did in the last race, where I did a bit of a Bottas last time, let's be fair. I did do a bit of a Bottas. Just let the guy waltz on by. So let's try and not have that happen this time. Fair moves only, of course. I'm not going to be a dick about it. But it would be nice to give a good account of myself defensively. Not something I've done much of ever. So, let's see what we can't do now. 7.5 minutes to go. Parking it on the apex clearly frightened him a bit, I think, or he must have had a snap of rear end or something, since he's a 2.5 down now. It's bought me a bit of time. Okay, I still lost 2.5 tenths, I reckon, through there. Okay. Clammy hands to the max. I mean, he's gone rather wide there, probably to try and get the run on me, to be honest. But we've managed to hold him off for another lap, or another, I say, I've almost made it a whole lap now. Let's keep the focus going. Hard to do, I have to say, when you are trying to defend from someone for a number of laps. But I've got to give it a good go. Oh, I've lost some speed through there. He's taken that much quicker than I have. Oh, huge error. Huge error from Ross. The back came lashing out. I think I'm just putting my car in the kind of places that it's going to make him work for an overtake. And hopefully if he has to work for an overtake, then he's flipping, you know, having to go outside of his comfort zone and take lines he's not used to taking, and therefore hopefully make a couple of errors. And if you can force a few errors, that might be the only way I can really, realistically keep him behind. Whew. We go into the last 5 minutes of the race, probably plus one lap. Oh, come on, there we go. A little bit more clean, that. Probably could have been a bit more aggressive there. Oh, hello, snap of the back end. You love to see it. Just careful. I don't know what the tyres are doing right now, but things are getting skatier. Just need to be mindful of that as we attack the heavy braking zones and the like. Oh, God. Definitely losing almost half a second there, I reckon. That's insane. And a couple of tenths up the drag as well. Oh, turn. He's now just 8 tenths behind. So it's going to take a pretty decent defensive display, I reckon, to keep this guy behind for any longer than... Just stick to the apexes. Don't make it easy. Thanks for the bump there, pal. You... I don't think that's allowed, but never mind. I mean, a bit of a pit maneuver there with 2 minutes to go. Not so sure how legal that is, but oh well. I guess now I can just keep driving in hope that he makes an error and we get him back. If there's any justice in the world, so they say. So the saying goes. But no matter. I feel like in that instance I was just doing a good job of holding my line, but as I say, these things do happen. That is racing, so he went for a gap that possibly wasn't there while I was trying to defend the inside line. That's kind of the feel I get from that. Kind of, we'll have a look at it later. We'll have a look at it at the end, I think. Well, we'll see how we go. But maybe we'll have a look at that at the end of the stream, just to see what I could have done differently, you know, see what I could have done better to avoid being in that situation in the first place, you know. Okay, I was on the defensive, so I was trying to take those inside lines. Was that the right thing to do? And maybe we can take a look and make that decision, you know, when we have another look at it. What I'm not going to do is what he did to me. And send it. So, you know, we're going to still be within the rules here. And hopefully we can just stay in his rearview mirror. Just pressurise him into making an error. Just because he knows we're here now. So he's obviously made a mistake. Not enough of a mistake, unfortunately. Not for me anyway, clearly. But he has made some kind of error. This is it, the final lap now. So this is the last sort of chance to possibly make a move for 5th, which personally I'd argue I should be in, but there we go. Or maybe not should be, but I feel I should be shouldn't have been spun, should we say. I do feel slightly miffed by that situation. Now I can just hope that he sees me coming and is appropriately cautious of the impending me. Oh god. That was very close to being an absolute disaster, that. Thank fuck I held that one together. I think just dropping it into 3rd helps the car rotate through there, but we do lose a bit of time. Well, I'd say that's this one pretty wrapped up, unless he has an absolute mare. Which it doesn't look like he has. Okay, there's some time, but it's unlikely he'll cock up this chicane, since he absolutely blasted me through this chicane every lap so far. As in blasted as in made up substantial amounts of time. I wouldn't mind an apology, I have to say. That would be quite pleasant if he could be so gracious. But I'm certainly not expecting one. Well, a good final lap. Or well, I think it's a final lap anyway. I don't know yet, I've not had the checker flag. Fuck. Maybe it isn't a final lap. Maybe this is the final lap. Maybe I've just fucked up a... No, that was dumb, wasn't it? Oopsie, don't hold your breath waiting. I won't, don't worry. I don't ever expect them. I think it's, you know, I would always apologise. I think it's polite to do so. But I never expect them, you know. That's just wishful thinking sometimes. So this is the final lap. I thought the last one would have been, but it turns out this is. I'm glad I put the fuel in that I did. Now let's try and stick with him. Just keep the pressure on him. If he makes a mistake, I want to be there. You know, I want to be there to pounce. Oh, it looked like he ran wide there. Come on, come on. Make another mistake. Oh, it doesn't look like he will. I think he's just easing off his space. to make sure he keeps it clean. Meanwhile, I'm having to push, and I've got a little out of sorts. So, come on. There's only 2 braking zones left. You don't cock up the last one, so this is it, really. I did gain some time on him there, but, well, let's be honest, certainly not enough. Still a very tidy final lap, that. It felt good anyway. Oh, a PB. There we go, a PB on the last lap. That's fantastic. I enjoyed that. Whew. Goodness gracious. Some chap talking about brake markers. Presumably because people are braking early. I understand that there are places you do and don't brake. Ah, he left. Okay. Oh no, that was Ryan Thomas. Oh, no, Russ left without saying. Ah, never mind. I'll be positive. There we go. Thanks, everyone. Cheers all. Whoo! Thank you. Do you know what? I pretty enjoyed it. Apart from getting spun around, it was pretty good. There was an error of my own in there, and that happens. But yeah, I felt like that went okay. What'll be interesting is to see what that means for my rating. So, my speed has gone up to 100. You can't see that because my head's in the way. I was 99.7. I'm now 100.2, which means I'm just above average. Consistency is growing too, which is good to see. So, if I look at my races, nope. If I look at my results, so this is the iRacing rating kind of thing that it does. It gives you these little point X's. So, excuse me. In the last race, you see that Ryan Thomas is an A, hence why, excuse me, he smashed it earlier on and just then. And I got a 0.89 rise out of that last one. And in the Tartus, I gained a 0.88. So I'm probably in and around where I'm supposed to be. So I'd like to be able to push on to a C, but I don't think a C starts until you're at sort of 2 point something. That would be quite pleasant, I think, working up towards a C rating or whatever. Anyway, that's where we're at the moment. Slow progression, 186 point whatever. So that's where I'm at, and that's probably where I'm going to leave it. 3 3/4 hours. That is the longest stream I've ever done, and my wrists hurt a bit. And I could probably do with a nice cold drink, a little snack, and then a bit of chill time before bed. So thank you ever so much for joining me, and thank you for being so, again, so active and so welcoming. I think I'm going to just scroll back up through the chat and say thank you to those who joined for the ride. So thanks to Peter and Lawrence, obviously a nice surprise. Canary Hevel, the Racing Llama. I didn't see him in there. I should have said hello at the time. Thank you very much for popping along. Flea McBaggins, Eric. Obviously you've stayed here for the long haul. Thanks very much for your company. John Sherwin, otherwise known as Josh Sherwin. So yeah, thanks for dropping in and saying hello. And I think that's everyone. Oh no, and Phelan. Hello, Phelan. Thank you very much for dropping in too. So it's been a real pleasure. I really appreciate it, and hopefully catch you soon. So until then, bye for now.